What's happening, my friends? How's everybody doing this morning? Oh, man. I was just getting stuff together today. I'm going to post some of the watch lists that people are watching in the chat. I didn't really, I streamed the Rittenhouse thing yesterday, but I didn't really have much to do in the market, so I left it alone. Let's see here. Ooh-wee. Let's see what people are chatting about here.
And that is suffering right now. There's so much less money going into colleges and into Chegg, and after their earnings, they just got destroyed. This stock may just dissipate. To be honest, I don't know. I would not. I'm not even considering anything long on it. I'm not picking up shares. Nothing. It is not doing well. I mean, the chart just looks hideous. It is not doing well at all. It's been in a downtrend for a long time, for 3-4 months, and it is not, and it just gapped out of that downtrend too further down. So just I'm not playing with that. It's not something that I would even look at. So I just be very careful. I hope you're not necessarily playing too much with it, or if you're shorting it, that's great. I'm sure you're going to do well on that side.
You know how I've been talking about pool and it's just been so parabolic?
Yeah.
So I just got like information that there's a huge cement shortage currently and that
Yeah.
that stock might actually struggle because they're not going to be able to have a proper supply, but it won't happen until early 2022.
The only other Clayton that I know is one of my closest friends, and he works in that. He works like on the corporate side of that, and he's also working on patents for like some. It's a whole bunch of stuff. But he was telling me about that this weekend at the rivalry game. So he brought that up, and I thought of the pool company that you brought up.
Oh, he's
You
looking at
lived in
patents to
Clayton?
replace grout that's used in pools. Is he gonna outdo Diamond Bright? Because I would love that.
He's working on some serious shit right now. It's actually kind of insane.
Like on a
Um,
personal level, I would love that.
Perfect. Let me finish going over all these real quick. We got 3 more minutes. Okay. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? Okay. All right. Man Ray, I'm gonna get to you now that you've tagged me about 700 times. All right, Man Ray. So let's take a look at Snow. Lord have mercy. That is the most I've ever been tagged in chat at once. Snow has been absolutely flying. If you are in good profits, this is insane. I mean, Snow has been flying. It's been doing super, super well. The only other resistance that we have is previous all-time highs on a year chart, which is $429 a share, and that was a major wick. So I would say a good resistance coming up is about 400, 405. All right, but Snow may break through that with no problem. It has been in an uptrend for the longest time. I mean, months on months. So if you've been in it for a while, you've been doing very, very well. But I've got a major resistance at about 400 to 405. If we break through that, we're going to be going to all-time highs at 429. So if you're in that, that's a hell of a trade. I personally, if I was in this long, I'd be scaling out of it. So hopefully that answers your question. And Man Ray, you're good. No worries. You don't need to apologize. But tagging me 6 times, I see it. I see all the tags.
What's going on, folks?
Howdy, howdy. Who's that?
That's Chad, baby.
Ooh.
You're
That's
so
Chad.
stupid. I'm Chad and you're Brad.
Yeah, I know, bitch. That's what I said. You're Chad. He said, "Who's this?" I
I
said,
literally,
Chad.
bro,
God.
you're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. All right, look. All right, let me finish this up, guys, and we can start calling each other Chad, Brad all fucking day. So I've got HD calls, Home Depot calls. Take a look at Home Depot real quick. Home Depot's been doing really, really, really well. I mean, we're at, if you look at a higher time frame, we are super high right now. I mean, very, very high for Home Depot. And I would not be chasing this. I'm not chasing.
with it. You know, otherwise EVs are just cars with batteries. Who cares? Like that's not proprietary. So I don't know.
I'm not looking for anything in particular today. I still have this Pinduoduo contract. I'll probably end up closing that.
Oh, because it's small.
And looking for a decent swing.
New York City's beautiful. I love it.
Tesla's getting smashed.
Infrastructure package for EVs. Sure.
Just smashed.
All right, let's get the bell. Here we go.
Oh, I hope that's correct. That'd be amazing. No, that was wrong. Oh, damn.
There it is.
Weeble.
60-ish% green. Woo! It's exciting. Matterport.
Romeo power way up.
Giving me a green candlestick right off the bat.
Lucid decently up.
Lucid. Red candlestick at the open. As well as Rivian with a red candlestick at the open. Peloton dropping a little bit here at the open as well. Shaving off some of that euphoria. Does look like we've got Home Depot. Whoops. There you go. Moving up about 3% here. Let's see how Tesla's reacting here at the open. Tesla, wow. Green candlestick at the open. Maybe Elon's buying. No, it's first minute's always going to be our big set of volume here. Probably.
Come on, Pinduoduo. Let's get it.
Elon's probably sitting there like, if it goes to 10.15, I'll sell. Or 10.20, 69.
Ask is $1.30. It's getting better.
And then I wonder if he watches the sticks just come straight down. Big red candlestick. Ooh, the power to move. Something like
There we go, Pinduoduo.
Kind of incredible. Ay. All right. So, let's see here. Crypto, Bitcoin sitting at 60,700. At the open here, we've got Beachbody still down 26%.
See what NVIDIA might do. They have earnings coming up.
Where'd it go? Let's just hold. Hold on a second. Goes to show you there's really no, there it is, 26%. There's really no downward limit on stocks. See, people like to think, oh, it's a SPAC. It should stay around $10. No. No. Does not have to. There's nothing that that binds its value to that $10 other than hope. Pretty incredible. I still can't get over the fact that DWAC is stuck at $59. You've got a lot of hodlers that went into that one. I was expecting a whole lot more traders.
What's the open interest
Which
on
in fairness,
this?
I mean, it did run to like
Not the
160
worst.
bucks or whatever and came down from that. That was insane. But the fact that it's maintaining it at $59, that's 6x. It's par value. That's incredible. Very, very overpriced, but incredible. All right. And we got Marathon, 6.75. Metamaterials.
What's old Riot doing?
Ooh. 9% to the downside.
Riot has an earnings call today as well.
Newegg ran a bit yesterday. Seemed like there was a little bit of a momentum run there. Matterport sitting at about 5.68 to the downside. A little dip there after a 22% run. SoFi dropping about 3 1/3. When are we gonna get a discount on a Affirm and Etsy and Enphase again? I'd like to look for a discount over there.
Pinduoduo, let's go, baby.
Let's go ahead and take a peek. Let's drop in Affirm here. Let's see what we got. Affirm. There we go. Okay, it's rotating down. You ask, you shall receive. Affirm's down about 3%. Good. If we can get into the 30s, or actually even below the 130s, that would start looking nice. Let's go. Look at Robinhood, by the way, $34. It's almost at $34.04. Burn. Kathy Wood's been buying that one at the dip. You've got Enphase down about 1.5%, sitting at 240. And how's Etsy after that? Retail boost. It's about 1%. Tesla,
Spy on the move, man.
About 0.4% as well. Look at that. Just wait. Elon might not be up yet. I'm sure he is. But anyway.
Clover getting wrecked.
And look, Wayfair's
Blink getting wrecked.
300.
Wow.
PayPal up again, 0.5%. See how those let's see how the volatility is looking like on PayPal. Love to grab some options on it, but it's been so expensive. All right, let's see here. So volatility on PayPal. Let's look at Affirm and some of these others as well. Yep, no, volatility on PayPal is still ridiculous. Very high. Affirm is kind of average. Yeah, slightly elevated. What about Etsy? Ooh, look at that. Tesla's almost up 1%.
My spark
Etsy,
lines.
wow.
Weird.
Etsy's quite elevated.
Too early, I guess.
I didn't think Etsy was like the entire market's gone up with volatility. Enphase isn't
SPY is ripping.
How is the SPY doing?
So is Riot. Riot's trying to make a
S&P
comeback.
500
I think
volatility
Riot calls
kinda
for
low.
next week would probably be the play.
And how about
I don't know how much they are here. Be a nice swing because their earnings is coming up.
Okay.
And it's
yeah,
down so
also
far.
high. Neo's coming back up about 1%. And Neo's historic volatility for options purposes also elevated. A lot of stocks elevated. Elevated volatility. Some potential room to maybe sell some puts. Do we get Enphase? Pull Enphase quickly here. I'm gonna look at some option pricing here. Enphase definitely down from some of the substantial levels that it's run to, but still up on a 100-day average. Not bad though. So let's look at Etsy here. See if there's some puts to sell over here. Oh my gosh, Etsy is. How is it at? It's at 276. This thing's gonna run to
Weird.
300. It's incredible.
It says I'm not connected, but clearly connected.
Anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and look here.
SPY is still
So if
ripping.
we sell some puts for 31 days. Oh my gosh, December 17th, 31 days away. Which, keep in mind, Black Friday is only 11 days away. And there is a Black Friday coupon code linked down below. Get between $200 to $2,000 off, depending on which bundle you get. Link down below. Check out the programs on Building Your Wealth. Price goes up 11:59 p.m. Black Friday. So we have, let's see here, Etsy. If I do some sell puts on Etsy, I mean, we're at pretty high levels here, but for December, a 30-day, I'm at 1615 divided by 280 right now. 5.7%. And if I go for this week, wow, if I go for this week, I get sitting about 2.5%. Well, that's not so great. But still, 7.5% for 30 days. Worst case, you got to buy some Etsy. It's always the thing. Remember that. If you're going to sell puts on companies that you're willing to buy the shares in. That way, if for some reason the market moves, like let's just happen to say you sell some puts the day before Elon Musk decides to dump his shares, you're not upset when you have to buy the shares. Just saying, just as an example.
Oh, Pinduoduo is still on the move.
I do wonder what options are looking like on body. Like, let's look at that here. So, first of all, historic volatility has got to be through the roof right now. I don't think it's updated yet because otherwise it's not. There's no way that's today's volatility. No, it's not. Okay, yeah, it's down in the toilet otherwise. So probably take another 10 minutes before we actually get today's volatility. It's a little bit of a delay when these open up. But anywho, we can still look at what the option chain's pricing in. So if you buy a call for $2.50 on Beachbody, expecting a rebound for 31 days from now, what are you paying? Looks like you're paying $1.25, which is $3.75. The stock's at $3.67. You're basically paying 7 cents for this option. This is a dirt cheap option. But the market seems to be pricing in that Beachbody could continue to sell off. In which case, you'd get screwed. How's Hippo, by the way? Speaking of getting screwed. 380. Enphase 230. Oh no, I'm sorry. 241. I was gonna say 230. I think I was looking at Boeing there accidentally. Anyway. Can we short Rivian yet? Have they come out with that yet? Is that possible? Not that I think that's a good idea. Oh, they do have an options chain.
Ooh, Rivian options chain. PayPal's ripping.
31 day. How much is a 31 day put going to cost me? $30. Oh, what a ripoff. Hold on. How's this being priced? 165, $30. 50. Let's go here. Let's see. 10 bucks away. Roughly 10 bucks away. 32. Puts a little more expensive. And we're
PayPal
closer
go.
to these puts.
Lucid gave up a lot. Wow.
Let's see. What about the other way?
Yeah, it did.
22. If I go here, $12 away. Go this way, 24. Look at it. It's running like crazy though. Just in the last couple minutes here, it's gone up like 3%. Gee whiz. And Playboy's up 20%. Wow. That's incredible. That's a very nice movement. But yeah, anyway, puts on the darn thing. Kind of expensive. 30-day put. Gosh. If you bought a put.
Oof, big red candle on PayPal.
I wouldn't sell a put. If anything, I'd probably bought, but I don't like shorting because you just never know that I mean, look at DWAC, right? I mean, I shorted it and I made money on it. It was great, but still, that thing is holding on. It's holding on for dear life. $60. Ugh. How's Nvidia? Nvidia's sitting at $300. Wow. Dang it. When are we ever gonna get we gotta get a sell-off again. We need to get the market freaking out again. Always there's some buying opportunities. But all the EVs seem to be like super happy. But then again, EV super cycle. You know, I say it and I encourage you to remember that when we get into another EV down cycle, you know that it's cyclical. That it comes and goes in cycles. Anyway, okay, so what else? Norwegian Cruise Lines, why are they all of a sudden down 6.5%? NCLH, let's see here. Norwegian Cruise Lines. Ooh, let's see here. Individual company news. Okay, Norwegian Cruise Lines. I mean, that was yesterday's news, the stock offering. Unless it was after the bell. That might be why. Oh well. Matterport now under 5% of an adjustment down. Oh yeah, except for Neo, of course. Yeah, that one's just been stuck in the mud. SoFi down about 4%. Let's see if there's anything up going on with SoFi. When does SoFi selling off become an opportunity? Oh, SoFi had an offering. SoFi launches $50 million secondary offering. $50 million. Wait, 50 million shares or dollars? $50 million seems low. Hold on.
News pretty high up.
SoFi.
Lucid getting a bounce.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Lucid bouncing.
That's like $1 billion for reference. At $20, right? Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Like $50 million. Why are you on the stock market to raise that? You know, you raise a whole lot more money in the stock market. It's the point. Access to capital. It's the whole point of the stock market. What are you talking about with Tim Cook over here in crypto?
This month, so that's nice.
Oh, wrong channel. And this one.
All seem to have positive momentum, and that momentum can stay there with even a dearth of headlines. But it does help. And when you see those headlines hit, and yet you still see a positive reaction in that people aren't really selling the news per se, that tends to also be a positive. So we have seen new all-time highs by both Bitcoin and Ether. And there's really nothing bearish about new highs, as you can imagine, from a technical perspective.
So taking a look at this chart, which does take a look at that record market capitalization when it comes to crypto, $3 trillion we're talking about when it comes to that, and Bitcoin and Ethereum, again, pushing new records. What we tend to see at these levels, though, is that...
Interesting. Okay, so I just read into this a little more. SoFi is not actually raising money with it. It looks like other shareholders are selling. So it's like SoftBank, Silver Lake Partners, and some of these other companies. They're selling their shares. So they're selling their 50 million shares. The company is not raising money off of this. Well, but that still takes people who are hodlers and makes them sellers, right? So it does increase your market potential liquidity, which is probably why SoFi is selling a little bit. 4%. All right, let's see here. So let's see. What else is moving to the upside? Let's see. Okay, Proterra, Twilio, Didi, Etsy. Hold on. We'll look at that later. Nike 1.43%, probably on that retail sales data. Tesla's holding on to 1%. Looks like it's about to drop below that. DocuSign 1%. Square 0.87. Pinterest fractionally up here, 0.75%. AMD, Amazon, Salesforce. These guys moving slightly. Little small moves over here. Little tiny moves. Sometimes worth scrolling down there. Look at, wow, Canoe up 9.7%. Why? You know, when we looked at their earnings yesterday and we saw no earnings, just more cash burn, there has to have been some kind of announcement for it to be up. Canoe's price target raised to $9 at Roth Capital. Canoe moves up production launch to 2022. And EV car maker is relocating to Northwest Arkansas. Really? Canoe moves to Walmart's hometown. Wow. Why?
What's going on, folks?
Panasonic is a battery supplier. Huh. I wonder where their headquarters is now. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. And then moves up production launch to 2022. See this. So Canoe is moving up the planned U.S. production launch to 22 instead of 2023. That's probably the big news there. From California. Oh, they're moving out of California. Okay. Well, that's not a surprise. That's not a surprise at all. Yeah. Moving manufacturing out of California? No shocker. Canoe is also forging closer ties with Oklahoma. Let's see here. Okay, it's a little bit about the location. Startup currently has branches in California and Texas. The plan is to build 1,000 units in 2022 and 15,000 in 2023. So tiny. So tiny. It's going to be fascinating to see how these EV makers actually end up getting to scale, if they do, or they go bankrupt. And that's what makes me nervous about some of the euphoria in the stock prices of the other ones. But hey,
what's up, Jeff?
Money, that's great. Happy for people. So let's see here. Beachbody, Desktop Metal, Blink. Ooh, Blink's had to have news.
Dude, Romeo Power is just ripping.
Ooh, Kashkari's on. We should listen to him as well. We'll come back to Blink. Hold on.
Former Fed officials, even some current Fed officials, being concerned not about overreacting,
Beat earnings
but
by
about
53%.
underreacting
That's
to
why
this
it's up.
surge in inflation and the fact that maybe it won't be as temporary as you thought.
Romeo Power used to
How
be
do
at
you
like
respond to
14
that?
bucks.
Well, we're all paying very close attention to the data, and the higher prices that we're seeing in the economy are real. These are real pain points for families that have to pay them. And so no one is making light of that at all. My main point is we shouldn't overreact to what is likely going to be a temporary factor. Let's just take the supply and demand one at a time. If it's a supply side and it's supply chains that have been disrupted because of the pandemic, barring
And yesterday was ugly in the market. It was just ugly to watch.
Strain of the virus, those supply chains should work themselves out, some taking longer than others. On the demand side, which many people have argued this is really about a demand shock, a lot of fiscal stimulus, we know the path of the fiscal stimulus. Fiscal stimulus provides a one-time boost, and then it tapers off, and it itself becomes a drag on the economy. So unless Congress passes a massive new spending package that's not paid for, there's nothing that I'm seeing in these fundamental factors that leads me to think that this is a long-term change in inflation or inflation expectations. We are seeing pressures that are real, but most of the evidence in my mind seems to be that they're going to be temporary.
Ooh, Disney below 160. Wow.
To pay it. But the challenge is if we overreact by saying, let's just change the path of monetary policy to try to deal with a one-time effect, that could lead to a worse long-term outcome for the economy.
Well, the
Y'all believe him?
shortages, constraints, blockages, whatever you want to call them, they don't seem to be going away. If anything, they seem to have broadened. They seem to be lasting longer. What you see in the data, because many Fed officials, including the White House administration officials, are saying, no, this is inflation surge is a lot about the supply chain. But the problem, what makes you say in terms of data, not just a forecast, that it is getting better and it's going to get better?
Well, looking at, just give some examples. I mean, it really is very sector specific. So a year ago, you couldn't get toilet paper when you went to the grocery store. Now, when I go to the grocery store, the shelves are full of toilet paper. Lumber prices skyrocketed. Lumber prices have now fallen back down to earth. I just read a report before I walked in here that Malaysian chip factories are now coming back online to try to supply auto companies. I also recently learned that all the major auto plants in America have restarted. I'm not suggesting that we're out of the woods yet, so at all. But many of these sectors are working themselves out.
Yeah, man,
Some
I
are gonna
just
take
watched
longer than
them.
others.
How about demand? Larry Summers,
Oof, my
former Treasury
PDD is
Secretary,
getting smoked.
well-known economist, has been concerned for some time that the Fed is not going to move fast enough, and it's going to let inflation get so high that the Fed has to move way too fast to pull it back in. He's talking about things like, you've got demand-driven inflation, prices rising because of a strong economy, some people going back to work. And it's not just things like commodity prices, firmer housing prices in a hot market and things like that, although they're contributing to it too. What is the risk that this doesn't go away, that it does become entrenched?
Well, this goes back to, I mean, I read Larry Summers put out a piece earlier today. It goes back to what's the economic theory that a one-time boost of fiscal spending, a one-time boost of demand, it leads to higher prices.
Riot's still trying to recover. Riot's probably a good swing trade
ongoing year after year
on earnings. They did well last time
increases.
on
I
earnings.
don't really understand the mechanism by which Larry Summers thinks that this one-time fiscal stimulus leads to a change in the path of inflation, unless he's saying, well, inflation expectations are going to become unanchored. The Federal Reserve is never going to allow that to happen. All of my colleagues and I are paying very close attention to the data. And if we thought that long-term inflation expectations were becoming unanchored, we would certainly adjust to make sure that that did not happen.
We just don't know with
If you look at
Bitcoin,
long-term inflation expectations in market indicators, they are not looking like they are coming unanchored or very high at all. We're seeing a boost of inflation expectations over the next 1, 2, 3 years, maybe even out to 4 or 5 years. But that's really driven about the next couple of years. So we're paying very close attention to the data. I just again say, even if you believe it is purely demand driven, a one-time boost of fiscal stimulus
Okay.
Explain to me how that leads to long-term inflation.
Fair enough, because I think the question people are asking is far broader than fiscal stimulus. And when you talk about inflation expectations rising, they have risen for things like the New York Fed Inflation Expectation Survey, the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Survey. Their longer-term measures are rising as well. What about change in behavior from this? Businesses for years, I can't raise prices because someone will have a lower price. That has changed. People wouldn't pay a higher price because they knew they could go to a discount store and find a lower one. That has changed too. People are willing to pay whatever they can to buy a car, for example. Is there a risk that the expectations are changing, that changes behavior, and the Fed has a longer-term inflation problem than they thought?
It's certainly possible. I don't want to rule it out and say it's impossible. Of course not. But remember, think about the economy that we came out of before the pandemic. For a decade, we were struggling with low inflation expectations, not just in America, in Europe, in Japan, in advanced economies all around the world. That was driven by things like demographics, technology development, low productivity, trade. Have our demographics changed because of the pandemic? No, if anything, they've gotten worse. And so, we're paying very close attention to the data, but I don't want to just believe that, Japan's low inflation problem, is that in the past now? They're never going to have to deal with that again. I find that hard to believe. And so the key here is, from my perspective as a central banker, is not to overreact. We want to pay attention to the data.
So what do you all think? Talking about not overreacting and potentially tightening too soon.
Interesting.
When it hits 47.50, baby, that's what we're gonna care.
Yeah, that.
I mean, you're probably
is that
taking
whenever
off
you're
the
trying to
table though, aren't
exit?
you, Austin? You kind of legging out or no? Or
I'm
kinda
gonna
holding?
start legging out. Yeah. Yep. I'm up 32%. So.
Oh, nice. I still
And,
can't
and that's
believe
not
that
a day
long-term play
trade, right?
making
That's a
150%.
serious trade that I made, where I kind of I had a lot of conviction with Uber.
Guys, I'm closing my last leg of Target as we speak. It's up. That last leg was up a stupid amount, so I'm out of that.
When do you have your expiration date
For what?
for Rivian?
It's this Friday.
This Friday? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be careful. This is literally like you're either gonna 4x or you're gonna lose the premium.
It's $50.
Yeah.
Oof, says Rye.
Okay. I am at break even on my Rivian position. It's just chilling there. Solomon, just to give proper trading discipline, if Rivian gets back up to open, I'm cutting the position.
Yeah, I know. It's fine because I only have $15 anyways, and I don't want to day trade on one call. I mean, I'm waiting for something to spike up like Tesla right now. And that's where I'm going to probably do my day trade. For Rivian, I'm going to hold it until Friday because Friday is the day when a stock which doesn't have any support spikes like this, people just sell.
Tesla's about to fucking go. It's about to make its next leg.
Solomon, you got 90 strike?
I got 95 for Rivian.
Okay.
It was like $15. And that's the only one reason I got it, because it was $15.
Yeah, I just scaled out of Uber for a good amount, 35%.
Guys, be careful. Manage yourself with Riot. I already got back to break even and my position closed. So.
Yeah, if you guys are playing Riot, I really recommend the 3-day rule. Right? Did they just have their earnings? Like how long? When was the last night? Yeah. So anytime a company has their earnings, it's good to wait 3 days after their earnings before looking to make an entry. It'll help save you from any wacky wicks.
Unless you got balls of steel.
Yeah, or that.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on. What the fuck happened to Galactic? Virgin Galactic.
SPCE?
Yeah, what happened?
It's just getting beat the fuck up.
That thing's been getting beat the fuck up for like weeks, but what's going on?
Luminar gave up a good bit from yesterday.
Space takes L's, and then they provide some great news on what they're doing, and they're about to have another flight, and then they rock it. No pun
Where's
intended.
the rocket?
It's-
the previous two fucking highs.
Bro, look at the 180-day chart.
I'm looking. I know where it hit 62.80 and it hit like $57. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. If it hits $14.27 like it did between the last two rises, I might go in for one.
Solomon, I just closed the Rivian. Buy volume just shot up on Rivian. So
Okay, that's fine.
It'll be
Question,
a
should I
discussion at
close
14.
out my prog position? It's up around 20% right now.
Okay.
Is it a weekly?
Yeah, it's a weekly.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm thinking about it. It's just one contract though.
Yeah, never a bad idea to take profits.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
QQQ is curling up, which is good. We'll see if we test high a day here. SPY is also holding its strength here up after the morning pump, which is great. That is good news. A lot of people have been talking about the double top. The double top will not happen unless we get close to 470.65. If we get rejected before 470.65 and we head right back down, that will be a double top. If we blow past it, it will be a break of resistance. It will be a break of all-time highs. So I'm very bullish. I think we'll break it. That's just my opinion. And I sold my debit spreads that I got into yesterday for about 10-15%. So very happy about that. That was a nice swing trade.
If we break SPY, it's gonna be a new buy spot to leg in.
I like Disney right now.
I can't believe you just said that. You
Is
know what
Bull
Disney
playing
did to this
Peloton
group.
You
for
hate the mouse.
I don't hate the mouse. I like Disney World. I just hate its stock. It's a shit stock. Garbage. Look what it did. Oh my god. It finally broke out of the triangle, dude. It finally did it. It went down, but it did it. I'm surprised.
Is Bull playing Peloton because of Thanksgiving?
What did Disney have? Did Disney have earnings or something? What happened?
What do you mean?
Why did Disney drop like that?
They had earnings.
It did?
Yep.
Did Rivian drop again? No. Okay.
We'll see where Disney sits in a few days, and we'll revisit that.
I am not, guys. I have a pretty decent sized equity position in Disney, and I am not adding to it. I am not touching it. I'm not averaging down. I do not like where Disney's at right now at all. What I am probably gonna do. Let me see.
I'm letting this prog keep going. It's at 45.
Disney gives no premium whatsoever. That fucking sucks.
Man, only one thing is making my portfolio red. Shopify put that I bought yesterday.
Guys, I'm going to get out of my equity position at 176 for Disney, so hopefully we get back up to that point. And I am not trading Disney ever again.
Dude, Mara just got fucking wrecked.
Yep.
They got assaulted today.
They got assaulted, yeah.
Holy shit, almost a 50% fall from the high.
Yeah, they were completely assailed today.
About a 40% fall. That is fucked. But guys, Mara's the kind of stock that'll bounce off of this and go right back up to it. So
Yeah, I'm just nervous because they had fundamental reasons for this happening.
Yep, understood. I
Yeah.
agree with you wholeheartedly, Austin. Wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna, I don't know how quick the rebound, how is it? Well, Riot took a hit too. We are seeing these crypto equities kind of not all of them, but
I'm seeing more red now today than green.
Bitcoin had Bitcoin touched 69,000. We're now at 60,000. So we had an almost $10,000 drop, which is
right. But it's just no, right. We did have a big drop. It's just.
Well, it's not. I mean,
we're still, yeah.
I was just gonna say, Austin. I don't necessarily think that's a big drop. I think that's just a little bit of manipulation to create an additional, load of entries.
Well, yeah. There's definitely right the manipulation in cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin. has to do like it revolves all around leverage, right? So people that go long at really good areas, and this sounds like kind of devious, right? But like the exchanges don't like that because you're gonna make a lot of money, right? If you catch that bottom on leverage, so they tend to like, you know, pull the price or try to pull, right? And this is just all conspiratorial, right? They tend to pull the price back so they can liquidate these leveraged longs.
Oh, I don't think that's conspiratorial at all. I think that happens.
Right.
Way more than we think it does.
I mean, like, yeah, if I go long with $500,000 with Bitcoin at 50K, like, you know what I mean? And they know that it's probably not going to go back to that level. That, you know, that's a large amount of money I'm going to be making. And they might be interested in liquidating me, you know? So, yeah. Wow, IAA. Let's go, IAA. Everybody winning today. Except for Danny. I don't know why he's red.
I'm not red. What you mean?
Oh,
Well, my
I thought you
snap
said that you
position.
were red.
No, my snap
Yeah.
position is red, but no, Uber's up. My SPY's up that I legged into yesterday.
Perfect. Perfect.
I'm still a little down on Visa, but it's making a nice move today. I don't know. We'll see what it does.
You
today.
like Visa?
I don't really like it. Okay, we're just.
I
In it
feel like
now.
you have like a
More
relationship
diamonds
with that
handing it.
equity. All right. Check
Well,
out
when it got
Piton. Yeah.
smashed that fucking hard, it's hard to not look at it like a discount.
Right.
You
No,
know, it got
no.
smashed like Snap did.
That's how I feel about Facebook. Yeah, totally. Someone said, "What do I think about Piton?" I think Piton might be a buy here soon.
Oh, look at Microsoft.
Austin.
What's that?
Ooh, guys, my opinion. I mean, Austin.
I'm just looking from a tech. I think the equity is trash. I agree.
Okay. All right. No, I don't need to say anything else then.
Yeah. But there is a high chance of reversal. Because you have to remember, right, from the top, P-Town went down 73%. 72%.
From the top,
So I would expect to see a reversal for P-Town here soon. And I'll show you the chart that I'm looking at.
Bitcoin is really not moving right now. I mean, it's not moving at all.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of people holding on to Bitcoin that like are not looking to sell right now.
Fucking dude! I want to start. I was literally gonna start singing Rocket Man this morning, and I was gonna play that song, but we got too tight with everybody asking questions, which was not a problem at all. Rocket Man.
Tesla's on the move. 1044 up almost 3%.
Austin, are you gonna answer me how you know about Vodafone?
Big
Yeah,
time
it was
move.
through options flow. Yep.
Somebody was saying something.
Okay, I didn't know if you've been overseas and like actually dealt with Vodafone before. It
No,
baffled me
I'm
for a
aware.
second
I'm
there.
aware that it's like a they're gonna be big.
I'm gonna mute that for a little bit. This other Discord that I watched, they get some pretty good call outs in there too. It's Orb Investing. So I was just checking that out and see what people are playing. They're looking at Lucid, man. Lucid contracts to swing. It's just had such a dip. I don't know. Risky business. They're looking at like $52 strikes, maybe $53 strikes. It's got to move a good bit. I don't know, man. I'm looking at some other stuff here. Lucid 1119 at 55. This one's like $35 a month. I think is what they charge, or $30 a month, something like that. And I'll tell you, Jeff, they had a call out on freaking Friday that I didn't get into it because of WEBULL. Basically, because the WEBULL option chain, like when I load it here, it's not accurate. So they called out Shopify $2 contracts that went to $64. And I was kicking myself. They also called out an Amazon contract that went up like 600%. Netflix. I mean, they had some bangers. But they got a decent little Discord going. It's pretty active, to say the least. I'll pull it up here for you on there. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 or 7 traders. They do have a free chat section in there as well. I can post a link for you. But these guys are hitting pretty well. And they just follow some different stock trades than the bull guys. So I don't know. I like kind of following a bunch of them and just seeing what other people are doing and how it plays out. So I'll put a link in there to them too. Like I said, I want to say it might be like $30. It was less than Team Bowl. I know that. Let me just copy a link. There's a link to it. Oh, man. I don't know. Lucid earnings play is just so damn risky, but you know, it's like one of them things that it could just rocket ship. Or it could fall hard. The stock's already way up. You know, it's up $20 in like a month. But it's real possible that that thing just falls so hard. Pinduoduo has given up its morning run. What else is it? Looks like there's quite a few of them that are just kind of stumbling a little bit. Etsy's moving pretty good. Tesla moved really well. Twilio, Upstart, just losing steam. Microsoft hit the speed bump. DocuSign, I think that's probably a decent play, honestly. I don't know when their earnings are, but DocuSign has built this cup. See if it goes up from there. PayPal was a monster today, wasn't it? This is the implied volatility was high. Oh, look at that. Jesus Christ. Waterfall, Haas. Oh, good God. Swinging them things. Swinging like a PayPal. Well, you better buy something like in the money on that. Look at this. See how this, when I click this, how it changes? 216, 219. It doesn't update in real time. It's very frustrating. But yeah, PayPal was a monster this morning, but ouch for that pullback. Mega ouch. Looks like Amazon did the same. Well, not quite the same. Looking at our losers here. Riot wrecked. Blink 10%. Clover Health down 10. Arcimoto is not really moving much. Metamaterials not much. Luminar down 7. Workhorse, SOS, all the meme stocks getting smashed. Docu tends to move on contracts. No lie, Docu moves well. FedEx is apparently moving. Just got an alert for that. Nikola getting hammered. Mara smashed. Snap going down, baby. I think today is one of those days where you just have to watch what's happening and just see if there's going to be a bottom. You know, something tells me Lucid's not done yet. Not done falling. NVIDIA has their earnings call, so that could actually be, that could go either way, you know? Feel like that could go either way. Yeah, my pin duo play is getting smashed. Still getting smashed. Nvidia getting a little spike. I'm telling you, Nvidia might be a runner. They're just expensive. You got to play something like deep out the money to make it not so crazy high. Just calling out this one. What's AMD doing over there? AMD moving. They're moving. How much is this contract? He just calls it out here. 1217. That's out there, man. 1217, 155. $545 play right there. Also, it's only up 15%. I thought it was up a lot more than that. I'd say, damn. Oh shit, that's a hell of a profit on Riot. Damn. Q's moving up big time. What about one of them Q options for 19th, huh? Like a $400 call option on that. How much is that thing? $100. Let's see what this guy's got. Anyone talking on this channel here? Let's see.
Bye. Baba trying to fight towards VWAP again. Baidu on the low. Roblo coming up towards 110.
Damn, Roblox.
Morning, Josh in the chat. Send it big love. God bless you, baby. Good morning. Can you explain IV crush? Yeah. So implied volatility, IV, is an implication, right? It's implications. Oh, thank you for the fire music. And Les says, you're my hero. No cap, you're my hero, baby. God bless. It's all love, man. It's a cult. It's a cult, baby. Amen. But IV is implied volatility. So usually the best way to understand IV crush is earnings. You're implying something, right? So as you start to you're expecting a lot for earnings, and then the earnings comes out, and then nothing happens, and it's not like everybody expected. They weren't, everyone's implying it's going to move really big, and then it doesn't. Then all of a sudden, even if the stock doesn't move and stays the same price, the implications as the catalyst goes away, that's it. That's it. There is, it's like milk too. That's a good one. Expiring milk analogy. If you also think about IV, It's literally look at the expiration date on milk, right? So depending on how much time you have between the expiration and what date it is, that's going to change a little bit of what you imply and how you're going to sell it, or if you were going to buy it and sell it to someone else. My wife's implied volatility ranges like crazy. That's a good example too. Probably like if you got like a wife or girlfriend. So sometimes like you might like go and like let's say you turn on like you were gonna turn on a football game, and you're implying that she's gonna freak out and be like, nah, I want to go to the pumpkin patch, and then you turn on the football game, and then she's like, oh, I love the Chargers.
Very nice, Jeff.
You're gonna
I
be
don't know
like,
much
"Ooh,"
about
the
that.
implication drops. That'd be an IV crush.
That end of
Now
the
you'd be
world.
like, yeah, cool. You'd be like, well, you would be like, I want to go to the punk. Oh my gosh, Kurt McGart with the pony, baby. Oh, shout out to Pony Gang. Oh man, that's beautiful. I just saw it. I caught it. It caught my eye, Kurt. It caught my eye. God bless you and thank you. Yeah, so there's a lot of different analogies you could get to understand IV. That's why we play the earnings run-ups, because we know there's implications. We know people are implying stuff. So I've made a lot of big plays prior to earnings because I'm assuming that the implication will keep it up beforehand. And then that's why I also like to sell them out beforehand, because we don't know what's going to happen. Airbnb, back to positive. Again, the premiums are already up. Same thing with Roblo. It was still just a little bit, like, it's just hard to play. The Uber's chilling out there. ON. Is that Organanon? No. What's the other one? Royalty. This is the one Buffett bought. RPRX. Yeah, they're going. Airbnb's going up there. SPY's coming up to the low end of the VWAP here. We're kind of coming down, but we'll see. Net is going up. I still like Cloudflare as a fat continuation. Again, this one, it just really hasn't responded. If they keep going up, we still have that premium plays holding. And then again, I changed the platform here a little bit too. I don't know if it's going to say, but I want you guys to see this setup here. I'm going to start using this. I try to clean it up, but all you got to look at quantity, trade price, and then the bid and the ask.
Gonna get some Musk level taxes.
I can make a lot of trades just through moving here. So a lot of you don't realize, watching the prices is a big deal. So this is going to be our new little setup. I took out a lot of the extras, but we'll see. Not too bad of a day. Again, we flipped out of the Ubers there, 70 cents to 90 cents. We bought the Baidus, and then we closed out of the CLX for a profit, surprisingly. Airbnb pop-out. Sorry, this week I could work, keep the cold. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Amen, Mr. Sexton. Woo! IV crush with the volatility. Let's go. Let's go. Any other volatility, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, especially, coming into this next 3 days, a lot of expectations are here on Friday. The market may trip out on Friday. The data was good today, and so is the earnings, and it looks like we're not getting shooken up from China. But middle of the month expiration, that's where we've witnessed a lot of volatility. Lee Auto, Roblo coming down a little bit. Airbnb, little pop and drop.
Oh, red candlesticks. Yeah, trading fraternities are. I listen to his videos at night sometimes. It's got a lot of energy, good energy, positive energy.
Switch day P&L with open P&L. No, I like the CRM. This one shows. I just like it here, because then I just get to look far right, see what we're doing for the day, and then everything else, and then the overall percentage. I think this is what I'll do. Net liquidity to quantity. Boom. That I like. There you go. That's a little cleaner. So then we see, boom, bid and ask. So again, on contracts, this is important, because then it's like, okay, I could see what I paid for the contract, and then where's the bid if I immediately wanted to sell, and then where's the ask, and then everything else. Baba isn't having it. I'm surprised, again, they were up 2% this morning. All of K-Web too. There's very, very good news. They're all still up. The premiums even came down, but I mean, once these pick up, it should be good. PayPal straight down. He needed a Propel, Habibi. I tell you, bring him Propel. Nobody brought him Propel, hydration water. He needed hydration.
And we're getting some red.
Continue his journey.
Rotating
Spies
to
at
the
VWAP
red.
coming down. Apple selling off. Apple down 0.5%. Even Amazon's down too. Lucid I like, but the premiums are still down. So even though the stock moved 7% today, the premiums didn't really do much. So I think there's an opportunity in that. I'm just going to wait till the premiums come up. So the stock has been climbing like $10. We flipped it for 50%. But since I flipped out the stock, it's moved up another $7-8, but the premiums are cheaper. Think about that for a second. So that's where I'm like, I'm just going to let it kind of do its thing here. And then once those premiums get really chill, we can get a nice position. 2%. Oh, yeah, last. I do need that on there. I forgot about that. I had a setup. I set this up last night, and then this morning it didn't save. I thought they would save it, but yeah, I do. Last is actually very good.
Tesla's still moving.
So then, boom, I can see what the last one went for. There, that's all I need. If you have this, if you have these 3 pieces of info, and you're looking at a option, this is really all you ever gonna need. In a weird way. Again, remember a lot of what we've been doing here. I mean, I counted the trades yesterday. I think even from the beginning of since the beginning of November, there's already been like 40-something trades.
Oof on Amazon.
5 of them have been realized losses, and then there's like another 5 that are still open, and then they haven't had a gain. The rest have been good. The rest have been very, very big gains. But all of them, I've just been using the premium. That's all. I'm just looking at premium prices. And again, even yesterday with the NVIDIA, you saw that. Sam, this was because I did an option trade, and then I got assigned, and I was forced to buy it. Then I got totally obliterated and demolished, and they maimed me. Roblo looking for more. It actually is. It's going up. Matterport's on the high too. That was a runner from yesterday. SPY below VWAP, but we're still green on everything. Nasdaq's the weakest. We're gonna swing BABA at least till Thursday with the earnings. Walmart, again, they usually do this on the day after earnings, but they were up 3% in the morning and then sold off. I guess it was just a mix of I feel like this is a typical sell the Walmart earnings, but the report was good, along with the other data too with retail. Matterport's still red, but they want to go green. J-Mac is back, baby. Welcome, my friend. A firm turning around. I loved. I thought I had a little bit of hope for the PayPal, and good thing we sold the Clorox. We got out. I can't believe I got out of Clorox with a profit. Do you guys realize how happy that makes me? Both the Dollar Tree and Clorox. Those 2 plays. Those were at some point in October. Those were the only 2 plays we were down on. That's why I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Bitcoin, I think strong dollars finally weighing on it. If the dollar and other things get higher, it's going to get clapped. Oh, and Osborne. Welcome, baby. Horizon loses appeal to revive Duexis arthritis patent. Horizon loses to block Alkame's generic form of Duexis. I think that's HZMP. HZMP. They just lost a patent thing. Yeah, they got a red candle there. I mean, they're at $100. I don't know if it'll lead to a sell-off, but chart looks kind of weak right there. That's early. AMRN activist takeover chatter. I have not confirmed. That's someone in chat, 2 people in chat. AMRN, a couple people posting it. I'm checking. They reported clinical research thing for Visepka this morning. I don't see the other stuff. It might be on Twitter. But it is moving. Roblo's going now. Roblo 110. Ever since I joined the channel, I doubled my lira. Thank you. You in Turkey, Habibi? Calamarabi, Habibi? Yeah, AMRN. It's just on Twitter. They're saying it, so watch out for that. AMRN. There's nothing on the wire just yet. They did have a report this morning, but there's a rumor right now on Twitter. People are saying that they could be a possible takeover. Horizon just lost patent for generic drug, so they just made a move there. And then Roblo now back to the top. Had to pay the plug, baby. Let's go. Make sure you pay thyself first. All of what you earn is yours to keep. Roblox Ripper 110. Roblox is just it's carrying the way. Carrying the way for us. From the mountain. Spotify's down. The Coinbase premiums are down 7%. I thought that would get clapped more. 10% on the Baidu this morning. That one actually turned real quick. I think the Baba's barely holding up 1%. Roblo's looking like AMRN again. Takeover will mean long on DNUT. Uber, Amazon Quick Melt. Premiums are still down 50% on that one play, so I need a real. I can use it really with right now. With like I was singing that song yesterday. Y'all remember that one? Remember that used to be a banger? And you ever feel like airplanes in the night side, like shooting stocks? I can really use a long term right now. You know, oh man, that was a classic. Sorry to bug you. Roblo. I thought Roblo hit 111. So there you go. 52-week high on Roblox. This is a new high now. Let's see if those Novembers came back to light. The Novembers are still clapped. Again, they expire this week. Remember, that was a hype play from last week. Here are the two put plays. Those are both clapped. But again, this is why. I mean, I'll make in a day whatever I'll lose on these puts overall. So that thing's going. We are almost 60% now on Roblox equity. But Roblox is going to go crazy. That's a good hype play. There's good momentum. AMRN is still going. Macy's on the high. I swear I just saw Macy's on the low. Macy's rocketing. They're up 2.1. Retail stock, and they have earnings this week. That's a runner right there.
This Etsy or eBay I can't get it to fill. I'm just going to have to wait it out. I'm going to pull it back to 110.
You never discuss UWMC. Invest $55K and just don't pay attention. It's called investing. That's honestly for real though.
I don't know. Yesterday was just a weird day.
On the main channel, so
shit just went red so fast yesterday.
Dividend stock, it's a long term. I mean, the best thing you could do is probably invest and not pay attention to it. That's very well said. Roblox old news. It still has a long way. Again, there was a price target on it yesterday. I think it was 2120. Macy's still going. AMRN. High ticker's gassing. There's a lot of things going on right now.
Yeah, I think I might try this. Let's try.
Yes, there it is.
Let's try this one here. How about that?
This is a momentum runner, and it's actually held up the best. I'm still in that play. I don't think the premiums went up at all. We got 4%. It just hasn't moved. See, 575 is what we paid. You got a nice gap there. We can make some profit off it. Phoenix. Been a member longer than 8 months. We love it. Spent his second birthday here. Woo! Dado Almaraz. Almiranes. I say I had to say it quickly, baby. Hard. Happy birthday. The second B-Day with the Colt. Woo! Chad was like, damn, he's only 2 years old. No, his second birthday here. He's not. You think he developed that quickly? You're like, yo, how did a 2-year-old? Yo, how the hell did he do this? This is crazy. Holy shit! This 2-year-old came on. How did he even get a debit card to make the payment for the donation? These 2-year-olds hella advanced. He got an iPad early. He has not looked back since. Holy shit! They're like, Josh, you got a very diverse set of people.
Keeps moving. There it goes. All right, I'll fill that. eBay. That's what I'm playing, Jeff.
AMD's actually on the high ticker now. Watching that.
I'm gonna swing
I
that.
like that play a lot. I don't know if the BioMarin thing kept going. AMD's going up there now. NVIDIA is still holding the VWAP. And then Baba is still at the bottom. Bottom is still at the bottom. Averaging on Baba and BA. I have no Boeing. Last Boeing we sold out 50 or 80%, I think. And then the Babas, I'm up on them still 2%. I'm only down on the Baidu, which I took this morning, so I wouldn't average down on a play that I made an hour ago. Not yet. So then we're just going to wait for that. And then we flipped out of Uber. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here to even recognize what I do. You see what I'm saying? Oh, it's beautiful. Because, like, if the tree fall in the woods and yeah, you get what I'm saying. But
Yeah, look at AMD climbing, man.
Chad, it's a good day. We've already made trades. I think we're going to have a lot of craziness still for the rest of the day. It's still very, very early. We've only been here for an hour, so let's get it popping. Are you guys ready to get it popping? I got a good one for you. I got a good positive message for the day. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at 1,000 like resistance. We've been here for an hour. I just want a daily checkup. Again, here, if you want to check up on the plays, here they are. We made our plays today. We flipped out of Uber, nice 30%. We got Baidu. We added to that one with the China plays we're making. Then we flipped out of CLX. We got some Roblo. So we got a lot going on here. Okay, but listen, I need you to check in with me now. Okay, can you check in with me? Seriously, you've been here for an hour. I just want to know who's here right now. So if you can hear my voice, just hit the like button. And I also, because I'm going to tell you something special right now, and I just want to know how many people are going to hear it. And I just need to know, like, just this is how you could let me know right now. You don't need to open your mouth. You could be a lurker, but just communicate with me right now. If you hear my voice, hit the like button. Look at that. 300 people. That's beautiful. That's what I need right there. Because look, that means 300 people are going to hear some dopeness. It's a dope message. Okay? It's a dope message. I think you're going to love it. 469. Let's go. Let's get right at 1,500. I'm going. Oh, there it is, baby. God bless you, and hopefully your Roblo is taking you there. Are you guys ready for this one? I really like this story, man. I really like this one. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Are you ready? Here it is. So there was 200 people one day, and they were at a conference, right? Oh, yeah, and before I tell you this, I hope you know you were born into this generation, and you're alive right now, and you're listening to this for a reason, okay? You have a purpose in life. Don't let anybody play you. I had to remind you that. Okay, but there's 200 people in a room, right? They're at this conference, and a speaker asked them to do an activity. So he takes all the 200 people, and he gave each attendee a balloon. So he gave them a blow-up inflatable balloon, one that could fly, and he said, write your name on it. And then everybody wrote their name on it. They take the balloons, and then they all put them into a smaller room, right? They take all the balloons and put them into a smaller room. So then all of the participants were asked, they said, okay, go into this small room, and now you have 2 minutes to go and find your own balloon. All right? And it was absolutely
What's up, Tamir?
chaos. It was more chaotic than Roblox ripping right now. People were tripping out. So it's chaos. People go in the room, and they were frantically searching for their balloons. They started pushing each other, running into each other, and then pretty much they would go and they would try to grab a balloon, and they'd look at it, and it wasn't their balloon. So at the end of 2 minutes, nobody found their balloon, and they were kind of disappointed. So then the speaker comes back into the room, and he tells them this, okay? He said,
oh, look at Plug's chart.
Go into the room.
Boom, I'm
pick
Plug.
up one balloon at
all right.
random, look at the name, and return it to its owner. Within minutes, everybody had been reunited with their balloon. And this is what the speaker told the group. He said, this is what it's like when people are frantically searching for their own happiness in life. They push people aside to get things that they want, and they believe it'll bring them happiness, but our happiness actually lies in helping other people and working together as a community. Wow. Oh. It's a good one. It's facts. It's facts. It's facts. I like it. That's facts. Oh, they don't feel me. You don't get it? Is that if you wrote on your own balloon and just only try to search for your own balloon, you would probably never find it in a random room that's packed. But if you went and just picked a random balloon and you helped somebody else find their balloon and everybody did that, everybody would find their own balloon very easily. And that's the balloon is your happiness, my guy. You said trash? What kind of sad life are you living right now, dude?
See what else we can find here. Let's see what else we can find happening. I am out of freaking Rockstar. Not ideal. Not ideal. Anybody else follow that Rittenhouse thing? Tucker Carlson had a bit last night on the Rittenhouse trial that was very interesting. Really just summarizing all of the falsities that we saw. Oh, you're already in the 76 call? That's what's up. I went with the 77 because I kept chasing the 76 and it kept going up and I just didn't want to spend that much money on it. So I figured what's $1? It's when a week out expiration, right? So I bought 2 of those. I want to play an earnings call, something not too crazy, but I don't know which one I'm going to do. I haven't decided yet. But that's so far, you know, it's up 10%, so that's cool. I need something back. Stupid ass Pinduoduo. Look at that Shopify moving. Those contracts move fast, boy. AMD's ripping. The exit plan? Sell it tomorrow when it's up. I don't have any day trades. So it's a swing. It was called out as a swing trade, so I'm going to leave it as a swing trade. I'm really thinking about playing just swinging a Q till tomorrow. Honestly. Let's see. Because they have some calls that are not really like out the money that much. You know, 397 is $100. Less than that. So I don't know. I'm just kind of watching. This eBay move, I think what they're looking at here on eBay is to fill up this if I put it on the daily, they want to come back to this level here, which is that $77 level of resistance. So it touches that sucker. If it breaks through that, then the plan is to hold them and they will be worth a lot of money. They will be worth lots of money if they get that deep in the money. Short Romeo Power, that's not a bad idea. It's not going to hold that damn gain, even though it was way up. You'd short that thing for cheap. Puts are $50. Oh, a $5 put. Let's see what that RMO. Let's see what that break-even price is on Romeo Power. The implied volatility is probably pretty high. 477. Implied volatility is 100% almost. It's up there. But I think it would probably give it up. I've seen that stock just tank hard before. Lucid made this big old cup. I mean, if you've got the day trade to burn, then just burn it if that's what you want to do. I mean, you're making $40 a contract, which is no chump change, you know. But I mean, just looking at eBay, I see why they called it out. I see why it happened. I mean, if we look at the let's just look like the 1 hour chart here. Big ass cup on the 1 hour. All it's got to do is break above this line right here. If they're doing their technical analysis of it, right? You put the line across the top. That's where it's formed now. If it breaks above this, then it should potentially run up to the next level of support or resistance rather, which would be here around the 77.03 mark, which puts your calls deep in the money. I think on the 76, let me look. Maybe, I mean, it'll be in the money because it'll be over $76 strike price, but it won't be above the break-even price. Let's look. 76 break-even is 77.34. So it doesn't have to go that far, man. And I want to say the implied volatility is low. Yeah, 27%. So you're really not going to get smoked by these little red candlesticks, you know, unless you get a pullback down into like 75.50 or something, then you want to maybe, you know, have an exit plan there, but manage your risk, buddy. You know, what do you want to risk on it? You want to risk giving up 10 or 15 bucks or more? Ooh, Baba. Jesus Christ, Baba. I used to have faith in Baba to move up, but not anymore. ZM, that was a hell of a run this morning on ZM. VMware, Shopify is making big moves. I wish I could afford Shopify contracts. What do we got here? We got a bull alert. Peloton. Nah, that hadn't moved much. This will be the week that pulls me out of a shit show. I can feel it. Let's see what else we got here. They're trading Hut. Hut at 14.18. Honestly, it's probably a good buy here to fill this gap up. That's probably not a bad swing trade. Let's look. What are they running? It's not an earnings play. It's safer than that, but I don't hate the idea of buying Hut. Maybe like a 13.5 call. Because we know Bitcoin's probably not going to give up much more than where it's at now. And those contracts move pretty well. Yeah, I'm just typing them all in there, man. I'm just letting people know what everyone's doing. And then you can play accordingly. Let's look at the Hut. Look at the Hut chain. Wide volatility is too high. 128%. Get IV crust holding that thing, man. Don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Let's see who else we got. Anyone else here streaming? Yep, I'll go back over to Trading Fraternity for a minute.
Feel like a lot of things are gonna happen now. Wow.
What's up, Full Matter?
Anything could happen. I think things are gonna take off. Wow. They don't feel me. They don't feel me. There's Roblo. What was I gonna look at? We have Roblo, DraftKings, Presley, Frisley. Roblox to 120 with that peach. It could happen. Could happen.
Maybe go back and look at AGC.
Never know.
Oof, getting smoked.
Something, then that peach got me.
What about this one? I saw someone calling out this one.
See the Roblos.
Getting smoked. Damn.
$10 worth of knowledge and positivity I've gained watching for the last only 6 days. Oh, Cody. Hopefully we get you for life, baby. That's why we need you at the long term. God bless you. I appreciate the love. Hard Roblo, new high, 113.
Jesus.
Let's go, baby. HD pushing back the highs. What did I want to look at, man? There's one play I wanted to see. Where do you think Roblo? Maybe 115. I think 115 you'll get pain, or it'll get like a little slow down. But then if it rockets through 115, hello 120. Again, you have Investor Day too. They might be able to get something big in here. we'll see. Futu net is still going up. Yeah, Baba's slowly inching up there. Biogen little Chicle, 3% on the Chicle. Or I think it was probably down before there, but it is moving.
Oof on Riot. I don't trust them at all.
Well,
not in the least bit. I trust them not.
Down 9. Baidu down 12, so that lost a little bit more. Net is up. And then Roblo is just taking us home.
SoFi is probably going to keep going down.
Home Roblox.
Ocugen is the poster child for continual pump and dumps.
Home Airbnb.
Etsy, man. Dude, them Etsy contracts are high.
DraftKings here. I do like it at this level. I mean, at this point, it's so cheap. So much cheaper. Just unfavored, though. I think the real test now, $35.
Missed that Etsy, boy. That thing's ran.
It's looking decent. Again, their earnings was like kind of lackluster, but it wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best.
AMD at 150.
Sweet home Robalama. AMD's popping. Nvidia green. AMD's moving. Roblo wants another taste. Highs. Nvidia's finally taking off here. Premiums are still. What do we? I think I sold these out yesterday at 1780 or something. Those are still holding. A Chicle is a small candle. So instead of like a big candle, it's just a small little candle there. Ideal to average up in Snap when I only have shares at 18. You could, look at anything else. I preferably don't like to average down. It just all depends on how, or average up. It just all depends how I build it. Like, so with, like Nvidia, with Airbnb, we really liked it, but I averaged up on that. But after it's had the pop, I'm gonna be a little bit more hesitant. But I mean, you could balance out anything. I mean, if you scale it in little by little, I mean, any move will be good for the most part. Nvidia is starting to launch now. Let's see the premium. Premium's going crazy there now. You got a premium pop, and then it's kind of showing you a little bit of the floor. AMD still going. Let's see, Qualcomm, DraftKings at the bottom. Baba about to sell off again. Oh, very disappointing, Baba. You were looking so good. You were looking so good. I feel like you have to trade the Baba calls like you would the puts. Remember the puts where the stock would gap down and then just go straight up? We should have done the same thing with the calls. Yeah, Nvidia rocketing now. Nvidia's came back to life, is about to hit a new high.
High a day, anyway.
Is it fair to say EV is the new .com bubble and Rivian is the leader? I could agree with that statement. I think I could easily agree with that, sadly. Roblo. I don't think there was Nvidia news. They just have earnings this week. HD all-time highs. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Roblo 120. Just hit 113, didn't it?
Yeah, Nvidia went
for a little
went
bit.
up and then got
ripping out there.
nicked right there.
Bouncing off the bottom. Nvidia had that first pop. Tesla little dip. Dollar Tree still running. Biden in China was good, but there was some reports that we might boycott the Olympics, the Winter Olympics in Beijing. Baba, I think it's just how it trades. Again, I mean, we've seen this before on the downside. So literally, how many times have we gotten Baba puts? They gap up super hard, or the stock would gap down and the puts would gap up, and then all of a sudden, by the end of the day, the stock would get bid up. It's literally the reverse. You had a 2% gap up today, and then it just sold right off, literally right at the cash open. So just be a little bit more diligent. I mean, I got to learn from it. We'll see. I'm still holding the play. Thankfully, we got some times. Yeah, the HD still rocking out there.
AMD is still
Nancy
pumping.
Husband 13F. I don't think so. I don't know the last time a Nancy Husband report came out. I could check. Pelosi. Filing year 2021. What you got, baby girl? The latest one was the July, the NVIDIA. She made last one was July. For young Yancey.
PaySafe got smashed.
You got AMC.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think that wasn't an official filing. So here's the Office of Clerk. I mean, this is from the government
Palantir
website. There's only 5 filings.
smoked.
The latest one.
Nvidia's still running there. Look at eBay go.
So we actually haven't heard from
There you go, Tamir. Those calls should be up even more now. They should be over
Anything else is
150.
Speculation. Don't be fooled, my friend.
I mean, if mine are up 12%, you should be up 20. All right, 143. Hold on a second.
Rivian, I thought there would be a lot more shares to sell.
Yo.
Trillium Therapeutics up 2%. That's a big pop on there. Single candle. Yeah, Trill is up a lot. Uber came down. Lowe's ripping on the back of that. Yeah, right. I feel like Lowe's would have been even more fire. Did Lowe's already report? Or are they next? Shop's on the high now, too. Net is still going as well. Yeah, Shop has had a crazy move. The net plays are up 13% now. Low tomorrow. AMD calls printing. Look at Dish. Shopify's on the high. SPY's right below VWAP, but it might come up here. Again, you're getting a lot of high ticker movement. Dish been getting clapped. I don't own any ENS. I'm going to have to buy Trill out of respect for Boozy and Webby. Okay. Wipe me down. What? Let's see. Trill is still, I mean, it's up 2.75. I have no idea what it is, though. Again, Roblo, we're waiting on Roblo Investor Day. They're teasing us. I don't know even why how do you lag on a virtual world? I don't get it. You don't need to get ready. You just show up and press a button.
144.
Roblo. Do it for the kids.
I'm going to do a free as fuck podcast. I might just keep it on the live stream and do it there. I've got a guy around the corner that's going to come over and shoot the shit with me for a little bit. I got to get my other camera set up, I guess.
AMD kind of chilling up towards the top. Blaze
would be helpful.
I think Blaze hit the low ticker. T-Rex on the high. XLRN as well too. Amazon about to go green. The Nasdaq did come up. Nasdaq is about to match up here with SPY and the Dow.
eBay doing well though, buddy.
They went up. Apple's still down. Did Facebook get you? No, they're down 1.4. Blaze on the high ticker. Okay, I was tripping. I thought I saw it on the low ticker. Damn, that's another 20%. That one killed it. That one really killed it. Roblox, another pop again. We're waiting Investor Day. That one's going to be a good one. I can't wait. Hopefully they launch something new. Or if we could get an Investor Day with a bunch of headlines.
Boom, look at eBay go. There it goes, Tamir.
Profits going the long term. This is the way, baby. This is the way. The long term is good. Taking profits on the trades is good. Build them both. And build bread butter, huh? Hey.
NVIDIA spike.
Hey, watch your hearing.
You mean 76? It's already 76. 67.
God bless you. Okay, thank you.
Man, it's not that far away from it.
Butter, huh?
Honestly.
I'm gonna put butter on the bridges.
Look at Nvidia
Make
pushing.
the bridges out of butter. Smooth. Right? That's what we're looking for. So you need to raise the money. This is about collaboration, not compatibility. Huh? Well, why? Remember backwards compatible? Remember why can the PlayStation? It could play a PS4. It's a PS5. That's what we need with our bridges. Okay, thank you.
No, it's almost 77. I mean, it's got room to go. It's early in the day. It's 11 a.m. As long as we don't see some crazy reverse in the market, we might see that.
New all-time highs. Brought to you by the Metaverse.
I'm gonna have to set up my other.
Roblo 114. All right.
To hold this phone.
Level, baby. Let's see what happens. Boeing hits, or excuse me, not Boeing. Roblo 115 is where we need. You're $1 below it. I mean, it could hit that.
Boom, man! Look at freaking eBay go.
This is insane. Down 50% on both puts.
Do it, Matter. Just do it. No reason not to.
Again, if I'm losing on these, that means our floor.
Zero reasons not to do your own channel.
Base setup here on Roblo.
Oh, but hold on a second. Come back to that.
Yeah, the premiums
Give me a
haven't
sec.
been playing along. That's why really the shares have been the real winner. That's why I'm how we've been playing it's been working out nice, but still very wild. Watch for 115 again. Investor Day hasn't even started, so I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen with them. Watch ASML, LRCX. ASML, didn't we see a pop on that? I think there's a different one. LRCX, they're both looking good. NVIDIA's at the high now, so NVIDIA's finally breaking out. Buy more put exposure. Not because because again now, what's going to happen? If it drops another 5%, it's just going to go back to 110. If we go back down to 110, we're still going to be up 30 grand on the stock. And then if it drops below 110, these will start coming back to life again. And then if it pretty much goes back to 100 and we lose some of the profit, I'm assuming these should come back to life a little. I mean, these are up to December and January. So I'm pretty much trying to hedge it for the quarter because I know that as long as it doesn't come down, the higher and higher this sets a floor, the better for the shares. Again, even if now Roblo drops 10% from here, we would still be in a good position.
Okay.
Like a fat gain position, not just a good one, but like, again.
Damn, look at Nvidia go. Nvidia's checking out, bro.
Nancy, there's nothing on Nancy's 13F. I just double checked because people were saying that she bought stuff and they were asking, but it doesn't seem like there has been a new filing. Halo is back. I might get it. How do you get the Halo Infinite? Do I have to like sign over my soul or something? Or is it like a weird process, or can I just download it and play it? I keep trying to pull up your stream and your previous ones keep playing. So I'll give you a trick. If you just go to the channel and you just put youtube.com/the stock market, or you just click on the channel, just go to the main channel and then put /live. It'll
Dude, Nvidia. Wow.
If I'm
Look at that pump.
So if you just go to like my channel, so like if you just ever come to the channel and you want to like you just come to the basic channel and then just hit /live, and then boom, baby, look at that. Oh, you're right here, baby. You're right here. Beautiful. You have Xbox Game Pass, so I just download it. All right, we'll play it. We'll play it. Y'all will see how sick I am with it. Affirm is going up, but still down on the day. Spies above VWAP. That net is still killing it. Net, we got 13%.
Dude, Nvidia. Wow.
Baidu, where is it, Baba? Baba's down 4. You Brady with the grenade. I'm good. I'll show you what we got with it. You'll see. Roblox Investor Day live. This is like non-GAAP financial options trade similar to the financial revenue, so financial advice, educational purpose only. If you invested in an old graphic video game company in a modern day era, you're a weird investor, but you've been rewarded. Thank you. What the hell is going on? Okay, we're gonna try this again. Oh man, why you playing it like this on LSD day? This is trippy as hell, Roblox. Your graphics are not that good, Roblo. Who you lying? That's cap. I never played no Roblox that look like that. What the? It look like Call of Duty. Y'all scamming ass.
7630.
Oh yeah, Roblox look like this?
Yeah, Roblox does not look like that.
You bullshit ass liar. When did a train ever look like that in Roblox? It looked like a box.
Damn, Nvidia's running.
Way too much LSD on LSD day. Well, there you go. That's East Brickton. Now you're talking. Thank you. I love this game. I think these are the user songs that people make. In a world where graphics don't matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Head of Investor Relations.
I thought they were about to
Anna
end it
Yang.
and be like, no questions. Just no questions, and then I thought that was it.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
Yeah,
morning,
this is still a good
Anna.
play. You got to paper hand it. Nah. Don't do that. I think it'd be like $3, $4 tomorrow, man. Let's look at the options calculator. You got all so much time on it. You know, it doesn't expire Friday. Today's only Tuesday. Let's look. 26, 76 strike. You bought in at 110.
I don't know if is it because of Roblox or what? Activision getting clapped.
People around the world use Roblox to build engaging experiences.
So tomorrow, if that thing hits $77 tomorrow, you're up 70%. It'll be $1.87. It's got to hit, and this is roughly 100% $77.50.
Knew about it for years. The Activision CEO.
Whatever comes next.
Are all the video game stocks, but Activision? I think it's related to their drama.
A warm welcome to our co-founder and CEO, David Bilderman Bazuki.
So for mine to get to the same level, I need to hit 77.50.
Wow. Welcome everyone. This is our first
Got to move $1.
I can't believe we're here all together.
Oh wow. Wow, this is
it's really
Roblox's
great to
first
be together
investor
in
day.
real
Holy
life.
shit, I didn't know that.
So we've been
Airbnb's
online
going.
for a long time. It's great
Activision
to be
dropping on
here.
that news. Spy's coming
I
up.
want to start by highlighting everything you saw.
Dude, look at Airbnb.
Video there is real footage from real Roblox creators running inside Roblox with hundreds of millions of people experiencing it. And it highlights really the enormity of our vision and where we're going to be going. It's been quite a interesting last 18 months for us. We've gone public. We've all gone through COVID. Hopefully all of us and our families and friends are slowly emerging.
This is the CEO of
And yet,
Roblox
in the
right
midst
now
of
speaking.
as
This is
we
their
come
first
back
investor day.
to normal real life, hopefully, we just had an amazing Q3. And that Q3
Microsoft
really
on the
highlighted
high.
to us a lot of the learning over the last 18 months. Roblox is a way for people to stay connected, to do things together when they can't be in person, to graduate from high school when you can't be there, to have a birthday party when you can't be there. A lot of this was validated. And as we emerge from Q3, we've seen amazing stickiness. We want you to take away 4 big things today. First, for the last 16 years, we've really focused on being an innovation company. We organize the company around innovation. We have a big vision.
Activision really getting clapped. I mean, again, this is a big development there. I mean, you could make a play, but the premiums have already shot up here about like 30 to 40%. I don't know if you're going to want to take it there.
Everything we do. It started 16 years ago, a month into Roblox, when Eric and I built the first safety and civility system and started doing moderation.
Oh my God.
It's carried forward today, and we really believe
Wow.
the society and civilization that we're building is going to rest on this foundation. Next is think about our community. Everything you're seeing is not built by Roblox. It's built by our community. There's only one thing we're not building yet, and that is actual avatar bodies. And you're going to hear about how that goes to the community as well today. And this is
What is happening to Activision right now?
developers that are starting to form companies. You're going to hear more about that. And we're well on the way to one of our developers being a $100 million business. And finally, for the last, since we got started, everything we do is really focused on this category. We're a pure play, one company name, one platform. It's actually a lot of fun to work on this because all of the groups and teams in Roblox are working on one thing, and it's getting better every day. So let's talk about this amazing new category. Some people, you know, it's being called the metaverse today.
Yeah, Spy doing Spy
big
things.
tech is running up right now.
This isn't the category that
Roblox
we've
CEO
invented.
talking
This is a
metaverse right now.
category that authors, sci-fi writers, futurists for 30, 40 years have written about it, talked about it. We've seen a lot of movies that envision this. What's interesting about this category is it rests at the intersection of 2 technology trends that have been going on for thousands of years, literally. The first is we're always trying to find new ways to communicate, whether it's drums, whether it's smoke signals, whether it was the mail system, whether it's telegraph, telephone. Now for thousands of you, this video call, we've always been trying to find higher fidelity ways to communicate. And this category is the ultimate extension of that. We've, at the same note, always been trying to figure out how to tell stories around the campfire, writing, black and white movies, color movies, 3D movies. And these 2 categories of communication and storytelling are converging in this category we call human co-experience. The category borrows from mobile gaming and gaming because this is immersive, people are together. It borrows from the entertainment industry because this is being together in stories, and so there's experiences, there's plots, there's avatars, so it borrows from entertainment. And finally, of course, it borrows from social networking. This is about you and friends being together. Now, we think there's an amazing opportunity for this category. We envisioned it almost 16 years ago. And this is what you're seeing today was actually the first business plan slide of Roblox when we started the company. We have some of our first investors here.
I wonder if anyone sees Spy is going to chase that Spy. Look at Activate and Run.
We believe, and we've been thinking about this a lot, that what this new category of the metaverse or co-experience
Qualcomm
is
BMW partnership.
predicated on 8
Again, everything's kind of moving right now,
We've
but
been
that news
working
is
on
coming
these
out,
8
but you're getting a movement there.
components since the start of the company.
QCOM, man. They've been playing them things.
Happen, and I'm going to go through them a bit. First, it starts with identity. That means myself. It means an amazing avatar. It means possibly a fun avatar coupled with a business avatar. And this avatar represents me. It's who I will be when I have an online communication for work or for play. And you've seen a
Yellen
lot of
says
the
she will
amazing
issue
avatars
new
on
debt
Roblox.
limit
You're gonna
guidance
hear more
early
about
or
that
shortly.
today. Second, this is social.
That activism bounce is nasty, son.
This is me and friends doing stuff
Walmart
together.
hitting a low, Microsoft, Big Tech, Apple, all of them going crazy. Again, you're watching the Spy just get dragged up here right now. All of the big tech started moving.
To make friends, and a lot of the friends on Roblox come from real life, but our platform also encourages friendships with people of like views around the world. There's a lot of exciting friendships being created on platform, and this is somewhat unique for this category, both real life friends as well as new friends coming together. We're always working.
Dude, Spy. Holy balls.
It's hard to make this immersive on a phone. That's a fairly small screen. It's more possible to make
Jesus Christ, Microsoft. Rocket ship. Can it sustain this stuff? That's the question.
Is how do we create that illusion of immersiveness with lots of people around the world on different devices? When we talk about low friction, taking students studying ancient Rome, I've talked about this before, and they immediately want to go to ancient Rome. Low friction means doing that as fast as you would with a video in 1 second. And there is a lot of complex technology to make that double process of where do we want to go and then doing it in a second possible. It's really
Roblox
difficult,
is
and you're
talking
gonna hear about that
education now,
today.
so keep that in mind.
The
This is a
variety
different
of
metaverse
this
type vibe.
category is all about UGC. There is no way we at Roblox can build all of this.
Spy, new high, Qualcomm going up as well. Yeah, a lot of the China stocks had to bounce. Everything just got woken up there with tech.
We're not going to build some of the awesome games. And we saw this happen very early in the company when we said we're going to be a platform company and everything's going to be built by our community. So there are millions and millions of experiences being built on the platform, and it's all by the community. There's a lot of leverage there. Anywhere means not just playing anywhere, but low latency communication between someone in Germany and South America. That's really tricky. We have the speed of light.
Tell him, David.
Networking. So
I
there's a
love
lot
Roblox.
of technology
This is
here
great.
to simulate that, to give you highly responsive local avatar control, coupled with that feeling that you're together anywhere. And you'll hear more about that in our architecture today.
Dude, Spy.
This all rests
Wow.
and when you hear our economy team come out today, you're going to hear something surprising. They focus primarily on engagement, not on making money. We've built an amazing economic system. It's very similar to the real world. It's a virtual economy. You'll hear about that. And you'll find that our economy team is primarily trying to make Roblox better because we have this economic engine that as we scale just keeps growing for us. And then this foundation of safety, civility that I've spoke about already.
I might play this Qualcomm 172.5.
And we think about it with whatever we build.
That thing just keeps on trucking, man.
So there's 3 big markets that we can take a look at, and this highlights our optimism for this category. This human co-experience category may take a while to build out. It borrows from those immersive elements of mobile gaming. It borrows from those UGC elements of streaming video. It borrows some of the social elements of social media. But arguably, when we imagine this convergence of communication technology and storytelling, we're optimistic that this category might ultimately be larger than any of these categories and borrow elements from all of this. And it highlights
the implied volatility on that.
really to get to 1 billion monthly active
50%. Meh.
We'll share more.
Yeah, Activision still clapped. That was the report, but literally
Now,
since this
this
Roblox
this
thing
type of a
started,
business
everything's been going
is really
crazy.
fun to
Big
run.
tech and everything else
And it's
came
really
up a
fun to
lot.
run
Apple,
because there's
Microsoft, they're
core
all reaching to the
virality
highs. They
built
were all
into the
red,
business
and every
in
single
two
one of them came
separate
green
ways.
now.
It's almost
So this
like,
is very,
no,
very
we've got
big. Roblox at
two
the high.
viral
That's what we're
loops, not
listening to
one,
now.
and
This
that's
is their
kind of
first
fun.
investor day.
The
Troy
first
just
is a
posted the
content
Activision news.
viral loop.
Thank you.
And the better the content on any content platform, the stickier the platform and the more people come. The more people that come to Roblox, the more money is in the system, and the more people can dedicate large teams, not just hobbyists, but 20, 30, 40, 50, going on 100-person teams to making this amazing content. So that's an amazing feedback loop. But that viral loop doesn't just sit in isolation. That content then forms the scaffolding where people come together to play, to ultimately learn, to hang out, to connect when they can't be in person. And so it reinforces a second social viral loop that we're all very familiar with. The larger the network, the more valuable the network, the more likely other friends are to come. That's Metcalfe's law. And so we have these two things intersecting and really
Bro, spy.
So we're really
Jesus.
always focused on making this as easy and frictionless as possible. You'll hear how we're focused on making our developer loop more seamless with better quality content. And today you'll also hear about how we're talking about making our social loop easier. How is it easier to find friends and come together? Let's take a look at the Roblox ecosystem. We'll start with Roblox Studio. Millions and millions of people every month come to Roblox Studio to build all this amazing content. It's on PC and Mac. It runs in many languages. And a key thing to note is behind the scenes, it's cloud connected. Everything created.
Spy is really, really, really doing spy shit.
Studio is building out as one of the most widely used game development environments in the world. And really millions of people have learned to code already by wanting to create something on Roblox Studio and picking up scripting as they go. Our clients, we're all familiar, PC, Mac, iOS, Android, Xbox, Oculus, and others to come, really. Thing to think about our clients is we saw this once with 2D HTML content. When Apple introduced the iPhone, for those of you that can remember, 2D HTML content was pretty much reserved for a big screen. And that innovation of the pinch and zoom on the iPhone all of a sudden made this same content available on multi-devices. And we started browsing the exact same websites on our phones that we used to do really only on a large PC. Our view of this immersive 3D multiplayer, physically simulated, in the cloud, metaverse stuff is very similar. All of the experiences on Roblox, whether PC, phone, tablet, computer, console, are all connecting to the same cloud and participating in the same simulation. Different user controls, different camera controls, but all the same content going all the way through really VR. So these clients really each present a great way of consuming the same content together. And finally, the Roblox Cloud, which
Spy is still going. Focus on that big tech again. Roblo at the high. That's what we're listening to. But
Unreal.
this move is all because of big tech right here. There's been a lot of activity, but all of those are still going. Apple, Microsoft, all of them. I think everyone except Facebook is playing along with it.
God damn, Apple.
One in Singapore. They're all over.
Wow.
To the raw performance of Roblox and helping us give more money back from the developers because we can run a lean infrastructure. And you'll hear more about that. Jumping onto our creator economy, you'll hear about that today as well. It's amazing. Everything on Roblox created by these teams approaching someday soon $100 million a year for one team. And Mike will share the economics of how we're trying to give more money always through our environment back to those teams. Finally, on our users, amazing user growth. As I mentioned, Q3 and October were amazing. October was trending to 50 million daily actives. when, of course, we had our very unfortunate outage. And I just want to highlight, we are going to be releasing a public analysis of what
Dude, there's no way this stuff holds. There's no way.
make sure that never happens again. And we take it very seriously. It highlighted both that we have a very loyal community. They all came back the second we were live. We didn't see any loss.
Dude, everything just ripped.
But it also really confirmed our responsibility. And we have a huge responsibility, you know, to that community to be live all the time. So you'll hear more about that. And then finally,
Might look at these trade desk calls.
safety and civility, which is what everything rests on. And as we get into
I took a look at QCOM's longer channel. Like, nah, we're not doing that.
voice into that, we'll be sharing our vision of what
Could do like some 115s on trade desk.
we got. This once again, it's a fun business to run. Just like we have two different growth vectors, we also have two different viral loops. We have 4 different ways we are growing right now.
Look at that freaking monster.
Our chief business officer in a little bit about our global.
I think that's what we'll do. Let's do 120 on the 26th for a swing.
If we dynamically translated
SPY's about to hit a new high off this. Again, if we move more than 1%, we'll break out the volatility streak. But this is interesting. Everything's still going. New high on Roblo. That is what we're listening to. This is their first ever investor day since they've IPO'd.
Really extending our age demographic is we're also right in the middle of this. We used to be majority under 13. Majority of people on our platform right now are over 13. Our 17 through 24 segment, as you'll hear from Manuel, is growing very, very rapidly all around the world. And in the Roblox way, this has been an ongoing thing we've been working on for many years. You're going to see a lot of the functionality.
It's gonna have to be 130 now.
Contributing to this and really driving it. We ultimately believe various types of things that we've already
Went to 133. Motherfucker.
in addition to play, in addition to socializing. We're already deep into music. We think there's an amazing future around a new way for artists to participate with fans. We're already really deep into education for learning to code. You're going to hear from Rebecca today about
Yeah, I'm gonna enter a swing trade for TTD for next week's expiration.
And then finally, you'll hear from our economy team today around some other interesting ideas on how we can ultimately improve dollars per user, although that's really not our primary focus. We're primarily focused on engagement growth. So one thing just in closing that you're not going to see, but you might pick up, is we're hoping you pick up a little bit of the hints of the architecture of how we run the company. And we actually view the primary product
He's saying something, listen.
Is the company and the people, how we run it, how we drive innovation. We call it the Roblox operating system. And we sometimes say that is the product we're working on. That's the product that then builds Roblox. And then Roblox is where all of this great stuff happens with our community. So we're not going to talk a lot about that, but you're going to see great leaders, I believe, today from a lot of the different teams and the architecture of our company, which is 12 major product development groups, very autonomous, but connected with our overall vision and our primary strategy arcs, composed of around 4 to 5 teams apiece, with the goal internally of having every one of these teams be an innovative leader, taking the long view, building world-class technology, and
Boom, trade desk. Damn, all right.
So big agenda. Really, you're going to see a lot of people today. We'll keep it moving quickly. But to kick it off, we're going to be talking about international growth and all-age growth. So I'd like to welcome Craig Donato, Chief Business Officer, and Manuel Bronstein, Chief Product Officer.
Thanks, Dave. It's my pleasure to talk to you all this morning about all the work we're
See,
doing.
that's why I like them. You see what they did there? That was a quick transition. They didn't waste time with no music. That was like half a second. That's what I'm talking about, Roblo. It was just quick. They didn't waste our time.
And while we continue to see healthy growth rates in the US and Canada, we're seeing faster growth rates all over the world. For example, 75% growth in Asia Pacific right now. The best way to understand and give you a sense and appreciation both how we're doing as well as the opportunity for growth for global expansion is to look at penetration rates. This penetration rate shows an audience distribution curve in the US and Canada over the last 2 years, Q3 19 to right now. And you'll see two things. One, you'll see continued progress in terms of acquiring users in our core 9 to 12-year-old segment. But you'll also see the area under the curve expand as we recruit and bring on more and more older users onto our platform. And that's what Manuel is going to talk about a little bit later on. But now I want to overlay the audience distribution, the penetration rates in different areas of the world, Europe, APAC, and rest of world. Two things really jump out at me. The first is that these curves are flatter. They're more evenly distributed in terms of age. This is the impact of entering them a little bit later with a lot of our age up stuff working. And second, we're really just getting started. We've made good progress in Europe, which is the top curve, but we've still got lots of headroom, and we're really just getting started in Asia Pacific and rest of world. So a lot of opportunity for global expansion. As Dave mentioned, our growth is driven by those two network effects, and that's not any different. We focus our global growth engine, these two network effects, to drive global expansion. And the first is our content network effect. So our content network effect, Dave said, the better, more compelling, the more engaging content we have, the bigger an audience it attracts.
Oh, Trade Desk, where did you go? Turn my back for 5 seconds. Smash. Luckily, it didn't really move that much. My contract. We need some topics to talk about. Mike's going to come over. We're going to talk about some life stuff, skate stuff. We need some topics.
That in turn fuels our social network effect, right? So people come to Roblox to be with other people. The more people you're with, the more engaging, the more fun it is. So you're incented to invite your friends. Those friends tend to live near you. They come on the platform, they invite their friends who are also local. So both these network effects really work to drive global expansion. And the linchpin of this, how this all gets all rolling, how we focus these network effects, is through localization. And we've done a tremendous amount of work to enable ourselves to localize Roblox at scale, right? Given the sheer amount of experiences on our platform, over 20 million, given the fact that they're constantly being updated. Last year, we built machine technology that automatically translates experiences, automatically localizes both when they're published and every time they're updated, keeping them up to date so they're engaging. We also do work with matchmaking. When we bring players into an experience, we match them with other players, and we use our matchmaking algorithms to place players from the same region into an experience together. This enables them to have good online communication, but it also fosters that social network effect that we're talking about. So when we enter a market with machine translation, with matchmaking, and we release these things, we see an immediate increase in engagement. So we know these things are working, and it's been very effective. It's important to note, though, that localization doesn't stop there. There's a lot of work we do to fully localize our experience. And one is all the work we do around trust and safety. So we need to train all the machine learning.
Roblox is out of control.
We enter a language to detect inappropriate language, especially protecting the younger players from inappropriate conduct. We also bring up entire teams of moderators and customer support staff that speak that language, that are in that time zone, to work with our users. There's an additional amount of work we do on our client, which is our app, as well as our corporate website, our blog, all of our accompanying documentation like our parents' guides, to localize it into that content. And this is a fast follow. You'll see Russian and Indonesian pop up here shortly. But all this work all happens in unison to make sure that we're really showing up in a local region and effectively localizing our experience. We're also doing work to localize our experience for our developers. So we're now localizing Studio in different languages and the documentation associated with it. We also have a and you'll hear about this later, an online community where devs support each other, and we bring in moderators that speak those languages. We create different sections for people in that region. So really making sure that we are localizing the experience for both our users as well as our developer community. And this is important because our developer community is quickly becoming global. That content network effect I talked about earlier is working. As our audience grows around the world and kind of a little bit of a lag effect, we see our developer community expanding across the globe. This is a distribution heat map of our top 10,000 developers in 2016, and here it is now. Now, obviously, during this time, our community has gotten much, much, much larger. But just looking at the distribution of top devs, we now have active top dev communities in Latin America, in Asia, Russia, all over Europe. Right? This is really important for two reasons. One, we're getting the best talent from around the world building content for a global stage. Right? But we're also developing vibrant communities all over the world that understand local and cultural preferences. And we are starting to see indications where different regions have very different interests in local content. Right? So we would expect to see now in the future maybe a team in India.
Good God, Peloton.
Version of cricket. Right? And that can happen now because we've got this incredibly culturally diverse global creator community that's all working on Roblox. If you go into the office in San Mateo, hopefully you'll all be able to do that at some point. When you walk in, you're going to see a big screen with this globe on it. And this shows in real time where all of the users on Roblox are right now. Now, this is a video, so this isn't quite live, but you'll see it's just you just watch it, and people tend to be really amazed watching it light up all over the globe. And it's our job to light this up all over the globe. And we're going to do that really in three ways. First is we're going to continue to roll out new languages. We look at, when we're figuring out where we're going to roll out a language, we look at two things. We look for organic traction, even without localization, as early signs of product market fit. And we also look at total addressable market size. We haven't announced.
Bro, why does their investor presentation have better graphics than the game? This World Earth thing look dope. Look at this. I never.
The second thing that we do is there's a lot of work to make sure that we are locally compliant with laws and regulations. We've built our own compliance framework that allows us to customize how Roblox operates in a given country. So we can change the way identity is authenticated, or if there's screen time regulations, we can honor those. And we'll continue to update that compliance framework as regulations evolve and as we enter areas with new laws. So that's very much in hand. Lastly, in areas where we're not seeing as fast organic growth as we'd like, we're starting to get much better at strategic growth acquisition. And we do that in a couple ways. One is we can do targeted user acquisition to help jumpstart that organic flywheel, as well as leverage our brand partnerships and our App Store partnerships to generate awareness in region. And we most recently did this in Japan. And with a little bit of focus, we were able to really jumpstart that flywheel. And now Japan is one of our fastest growth rates out there in our platform. So really exciting. So expect to see more of that. Ultimately, as I said earlier, we're already a global platform. This is our most mature growth vector. I think, we're really, and so we have this, I think, well in hand. We understand we have the systems, the processes, the technology to do this well. So we're not only super excited about all the growth ahead of us, but we're absolutely ready for it. So I'm happy to answer more questions later. I'm now going to hand it over to Manuel, who's going to talk about our efforts to expand.
And they're talking growth. They're talking
Hey,
growth.
Greg, I just wanted to highlight
So
besides
watch out. It looks like
Japan, any
120
other
may be the
countries
next
you might wanna
test here
share?
on Roblox,
Yeah,
and if it
so
goes there,
Russia's
it's going to
really
be
exciting.
nuts.
Russia has done it phenomenally well. We're excited to see that. Also, East Asia now is also taking off in all different countries across that sector. So seeing a lot of great organic growth in all those.
You just said growth
Thanks,
is
David.
going up in China, pretty much. That's big.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah,
Hi,
thank you.
everyone. I'm Manuel Bronstein, and I lead product design and data science at Roblox. I joined the company earlier this year after spending many years in the consumer product, technology, entertainment, and gaming space in companies like Xbox, Zynga, YouTube, and Google. And in many ways, as Dave said, what I saw in Roblox is the evolution of all these mediums, and something that made these opportunities something really, really hard to resist. At Roblox, we want to connect more than 1 billion people in the metaverse. And in order to do so, we need to build a platform for all ages. This is a huge growth vector for us, and I'm going to share how we're going about it and how we're working towards that goal. First, let's look at the opportunity. As you can see in this chart, while the penetration of the 13-plus population has increased since 2019, there's still significant room for us to grow. But the good news is that we've been making significant progress year after year. As you can see in these two charts, the hours engaged by the 13-plus demographic on our platform has steadily increased year after year. So in 2018, they represented 40% of the total hours engaged on the platform, and now today, they represent close to 50% of that time. And as Dave mentioned, the 17 to 24 segment of the population is the fastest growing cohort on our platform. So how are we achieving that? There are two major forces driving the growth of the 13-plus population on the platform. First is our investment in key strategic platform features that supports the needs of a broader demographic on the platform. The second one is
Ooh, Peloton. What the hell?
Of content categories and new content categories that appeal to a broader set of users. So let me start with the platform. As mentioned earlier, we want to build a platform for all ages. And today, I'm going to share some of the features that contribute to growing and increasing the appeal of the platform for people of all demographics. Things like avatars expansion, voice communication, personalized recommendation, dynamic policy and experience guidelines, and connections. I will just share a brief overview about each of these areas because later today you're going to hear from my colleagues who are going to share a lot more details about the work we're doing in this space. Let's start with avatars. Avatars on Roblox have been evolving, and our motivation is to give users of all ages the ability to represent their identities and self-express with a variety of bodies, clothing, and accessories. One of the things that we believe is that as we increase the breadth and diversity of avatars on the platform, the developer community will also embrace these diverse visual styles in their Roblox experiences. And it will create a wide range of look and feels on the platform so that there's something for everyone on Roblox. Then there's communication. We have begun to introduce voice communication through a spatial voice. We believe that voice will allow Roblox users to express themselves more freely and make communication more natural.
There you go, eBay.
Fluid, dynamic, appealing to a broader set of users.
Yeah, it looks like they're updating. They're going to have an update for nicer avatars for the older people.
We have also seen tremendous
That's pretty wild there, low key.
In our personalized recommendation that support our search and discovery on the platform. And these have been a major driver of the growth in the 13-plus population. You see, when you're a UGC platform, a user-generated content platform, with millions of developers all over the world, and tens of millions of experience published on the platform, personalization becomes very critical in helping users discover the content that matches their interest and their affinity. And this will always be an area of investment for us. We also want to empower creators to connect people around the world through content that spans language, region, ages, and devices. And we're building the tools and services to help our developer community make their experience suitable, be it ensuring the content reaches the right audience, takes into account cultural conventions and references, and of course, complies with local laws and regulation.
Peloton just got a big old spike.
For our developer community, we have developed a system of dynamic policies that allows developers to reach more users all over the world. This essentially means that Roblox developers can build a single experience with different behaviors based on policy, supporting different cultural reference and laws or regulations in local markets. And beyond dynamic policies, we're investing in experience guidelines. As Roblox users and experiences continue to age up, we want to provide informative guidelines that allow users and parents to determine if an experience is right for them.
Ooh.
So it starts by
I don't know, man.
the
I feel like Spy should fall, but we'll see. What are you doing, Jeff? What do you got going on over there?
Informative details like the content genre or the platform features, allowing people to make informed decisions about which experiences to join and try it on the platform. And last but not least, on the platform features,
why does this just look like a way more Roblox looks like a way more advanced Facebook meeting? Like Facebook didn't even hit like this, bro.
Grow your social graph, making sure that you can find friends or people that share common interests in the platform. With features like friend recommendations, invites, and contact importers, we will make it easy for people to find and join their friends. We also continue to improve our player matching system.
Peloton's still running.
Earlier, so that when you join an experience, you're enjoying that experience.
Dude, Roblox calls. Peace out. To anyone who was in those.
People from similar ages, so you can always have an enjoyable experience.
Someone's calling out QCOM.
Now, let me share a little bit.
Oh, fuck. Look at that. Yep. Damn. I was looking at those QCOMs and I went with Trade Desk instead. Don't look back at that. QCOM ripped. There's the spy put.
Give the developer community the opportunity to build experiences that delight the users on the platform. So, on the gaming front, our improvements in the engine, material, developer tools, and services allow the developer community to build richer, more complex, and higher fidelity experiences that appeal to users of all ages. All of the visuals that you see on the screen are from experiences built on Roblox, like Semi-Arid and Rolling Thunder. One of the key stats that we continue to see is that the amount of relevant HUB content on the platform continues to increase. We define this HUB content as content where the majority of the users experiencing are 13 plus. And as of September 30 of this year, 28% of the top 1,000 experiences of the platform qualified as HUB. This is a material increase over the 10% in 2020. So we more than 2x the number of experiences that fill HUB. Also, earlier this year, we established
Peloton call
to support
up 13%.
With resources and funding to build experiences that pushes the boundaries.
Trade Desk is just chilling.
Can build on the Roblox platform.
eBay,
the platform HUB. We have begun
chilling.
to take input and submissions from hundreds of developers in the community, and also from indie developers who had never built for Roblox before. And we have greenlit some of these projects already, and we're excited to see what they're going to be building in the years to come. And then there's brands and music. These are new experience categories beyond gaming that will continue to increase the appeal of our platform for all ages. Brands and artists have the power to bring their fans to enjoy immersive experiences on the platform together. Be it like concerts, like a Lil Nas X
I just sold covered calls on Roblox.
Or brand
So again, I made 8,000 on the shares today. I just sold $4,000 worth of covered
Jesus.
calls for
January.
January.
The work that these partners are doing.
So don't trade that. That's a share play.
So as you can see, we have been very deliberate with our investments on the platform to drive growth across all ages. And these efforts are paying off. Now I'd like to hand it back to Dave to continue to share the amazing work that we're doing. Thanks.
Manuel, that was awesome. Thanks. All right. Craig and Manuel, thank you. Yeah, I remember the early days of Roblox. We were by far 2/3 or more under 13, so we made a lot of work today, and we've come a long way. Okay, so let's go to our next segment here. We are going to be now talking about social. Can we get the screen up here of the globe, by the way? There we go, thanks. So we're going to dive into a few of our key points here. We're going to talk about identity, friends, being anywhere, and civility. We've got several Roblox product and engineering leaders who are going to come up here today. So I want to bring up now Dan Sturman.
Dude, the Peloton 57 strike, 30%. Wow.
Morgan Tucker,
Nice.
Kelly Mays, and Mahesh Ramasubramanian. So come on up and take it away, Dan. Thanks.
So thanks, Dave. Thrilled to be here today. A big part of making an immersive virtual experience is tied very much to the human experience. How does one express, represent themselves on the platform? And how do they connect with others, especially those closest to them? So in particular, users want a choice to bring their own concept of identity onto the platform, and then they want a rich, high-touch, civil engagement with those around them. 4 supporting elements that we've seen are essential are, first, that your identity and what a user's identity looks like, who they share experiences with, from where and what, and importantly, how. So to start this presentation with Bjorn, who is going to take us through avatar tech and an explosive amount of combinations for customizing the technology. I'm going to go through all 4. We're then going to have Morgan, who's going to take us through social and how we are connecting online. Kelly is our lead for voice, and will take us through all the incredible things we're doing this year with voice. And then Mahesh will take us through dynamic heads and the expression and animation and emotion that we can get.
Dude, look at that Peloton call rip.
So with that,
45%, 50% on Peloton.
All right.
Wow.
So my
Look
name
at
is
that bad boy
Bjorn
run.
Larson. I am the VP of Product for the Avatar team at Roblox.
53%.
Quite appropriately, the very first thing that happens when you make a Roblox account is that
Damn.
you also make an avatar. So you create your first digital expression
Bro, they're
of
really
yourself.
about to make the avatars.
Now, the avatar
They're going to have
system
the
at
ghetto
Roblox has
ones and
gone
now the
through
new ones.
A lot of changes over the past
see
few
you,
years,
Roblo.
and we're making a lot of changes to it going forward. So I'm going to walk you guys through a brief history of the avatar system. So for those of you who have either played or have kids who have Roblox, you've seen the classic blocky avatar, which really has been very much the same since 2006.
This is huge.
Initially, it was 6 parts tied together with motors, and the way that you could actually customize your avatar was to paint it. So the clothing we created at the time was really paint that was then mapped to these bodies. Over time, the technology evolved and became a 15-part avatar, so it had a little bit better fidelity in the animation and the movement system. And very popular was to also make these things we call 3D rigid accessories. And those are things like tails and wings and other kinds of things to adorn your avatar with. And the system essentially gradually evolved over those first 14 years until we got to 2020. So last year, we released a system called skinning. And skinning is a technology that lets you make organic shapes. The first time we really used it on a large scale was in the Lil Nas X concert that some of you guys have seen. And it also came with something called a skeleton API, which is the foundation for a lot of the things my colleagues will be talking about a little bit later today. Just 1 month ago, we released the first studio beta of what's called a layered clothing system. And that's a patent-pending system that basically takes any kind of clothing item and wraps it perfectly to any shape avatar. So we're going to show some demos of how that actually works and why that's important to increasing the amount of combinations you can have on this platform. And then looking into the future, we have some really cool technologies. First of all, we're encouraging the community now to participate in the creation of bodies. So when we talk about full UGC avatars, what we're really doing is getting people in to make heads, faces, and body systems, which then combined with these new clothing technologies and expressive technologies is what we believe is going to cause a huge amount of combinations on the platform. And finally, as we roll out these really complex technologies, we have a huge effort internally to also promote ease of creation. So part of us succeeding means we make it easy for the developers and the users to actually use these really advanced systems. So what we're going to do here, and you can roll video on this is a live video demo showing you our avatars here on the right. And this is in the actual Roblox editor. And as you can see, this character is going to put on a t-shirt, then puts on a little hoodie on top. But of course, if I'm a turtle with a giant shell, I can put on the same t-shirt and hoodie. And the system works remarkably well. So if I'm a skeleton, as one may be, I might want a puffy jacket. And that same puffy jacket, of course, will work equally well on my dinosaur. So you can imagine that as a content creator on this platform, I only have to make one jacket, And no matter what these hundreds of millions of monthly users actually equip, I'll be able to put that same jacket on absolutely every type of character. So the power of the system is pretty apparent, and again, it was just rolled out in beta this past month. We expect to put the actual content from this in the catalog in 2022. Right now, this is limited to individual experiences, but as we move forward, this will become actual content. And here's a bit of a summary. This is the traditional way we made the clothing. It essentially with these type of squares that then map to the square bodies of the blockies. And as we head forward, we're now encouraging the community to make these 3D clothing items, as well as to participate in the creation of the actual bodies, heads, and faces. And you may have heard Dave say this in previous presentations, but he's talked about the combinatorial nirvana, which is the idea that with so many ways of participating as a community creator, we will see a huge explosion of combinations, and we believe strongly that this will map to the type of expressions our users want to make. So this is the near term. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick just glance into the near-term future and the long-term future. So we can roll this video here. In addition to the 16 parts that we used to have, we have added a system that we call dynamic heads, which essentially
I sold out a
adds
net,
animation
30%,
capabilities
$200
to
profit.
microbones that's
We
in
swung
the
that one from
character's
last
head.
week.
And by doing that, this again is inside of Roblox Studio. We can pick expressions, and then the character, no matter what character I start with, would be able to smile, be angry, or do other types of expressions. And this is going to lead to even more advanced technologies, which my colleague Mahesh will speak about shortly, which is a computer vision-driven system based on these type of animations. So that if I smile at my computer, my character will smile as well. The next big evolution is going to be our AI-assisted future avatars. This is critical to support things like ease of creation. So for example, here, if I take a selfie, it would be great if that could turn into an actual avatar. If I take a video clip of myself, it would be awesome to use that to generate my dance sequence. And then finally, making the avatars themselves environment aware means that I, as a developer, don't have to spend so much time making the perfect animation sequence. So this is the glimpse of things we're working on right now, not yet launched, but it's going to come out over the near-term or long-term future. And thank you for joining me on this avatar journey. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Morgan Tucker, who's our Senior Director for the social team, and is going to continue the conversation about how do we connect these evolution items into the social fabric of Roblox itself. Thank you.
Thanks, Bjorn. I just want to, and
They
Bjorn,
better
highlight
keep the OG avatars,
up till
though.
now.
That's it. That's the key.
Community makes everything on Roblox except avatars. And I think that's why this is so significant.
eBay, hell yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's hype. People could sell avatars now, not just the clothes. That's actually huge for the creators.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bjorn. Good morning. My name is Morgan Tucker. I head up the social product group here at Roblox. I'm really thrilled to be speaking with you today about something that I care really deeply about and I pursued here for the last 4 years, which is connecting people and empowering meaningful interaction and communication. Here at Roblox, our mission is to connect 1 billion people around the world, and that's no easy task. But we do this by empowering people to create thriving communities where they can strengthen friendships or make new ones, learn, collaborate, play together using rich, immersive communication and interaction.
Bro, Qualcomm is still ripping. There's
Our
like 4
foundation
times
is
to
built
play that.
upon a
I burned it. It keeps
self-reinforcing
going.
loop we call
Qualcomm's killing it.
connection,
All-time highs.
communication, and co-experience. This approach connects you to the people and experiences you love and sets the stage for meaningful conversation and interaction.
Damn
It all
it!
culminates in a
Why didn't I
rich,
take
detailed,
Qualcomm?
and immersive experiences that are as powerful as real-world memories. Last month alone, 534 million new friendships were formed, and almost 60% of people playing and 3/4 communicating are doing so with friends. That amounts to a staggering 66 billion messages and over 976 million hours spent monthly with friends. Furthermore, people that enter this loop are actually our most engaged citizens. They're 3 times more likely to be retained in over 3 months, They engage 4 times longer in sessions, and they spend 8 times more every month. So now we're going to review some of the features that we've released on the social team in the last quarter. Roblox is unlike any social platform that's come before. People are connecting in real time, making their experiences special in a way that mirrors the real world. And we've recently optimized your friends list to show you the people you connect with most, where they are, and what they're doing, giving you the ability to join your best friends instantly in experience. We've also redesigned the friends screen to be more visually impactful, letting you view your friends' avatars in all their unique glory, while granting quick access to the sorts that allow you to see their availability and join them instantly. As we've discussed before, there's millions of new friendships being formed on Roblox every day. We're making it easier than ever to remember how and where you met that friend by displaying contextual information on every friend request and profile. But this is only the beginning. Soon, you'll be able to instantly find and join your friends in an experience. No matter where you may be in the metaverse, rich presence notifications will let you know when your best friends are online and available to meet up, creating more opportunities for serendipity and connection. Many people have friends who haven't joined Roblox yet. We will provide the ability for you to share your current location and have those friends join you seamlessly, expanding your friend circles and methods of connection. And lastly, Roblox believes deeply in giving people choice. We think that combining the type of immersive experiences that we provide with the deep social utility of apps like Gilded will usher in a new era of digital experience that brings together the best parts of the real world, visceral immersion, with the best parts of the digital world, control. I'm excited to announce that today we're launching an integration with Gilded that allows people to link their Gilded identity and communities to their Roblox profile, group, and experiences. And I've already connected my accounts. You should do the same. And with that, I want to thank you, and I'm going to hand it off to my colleague, Kelly Mays, to talk about communication on the platform.
Awesome. Thanks, Morgan. That was awesome.
That was awesome, Morgan. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Kelly Mays. I'm
Hey,
the
Kelly.
product lead for communication, and I'm going to talk about our new voice product.
This is
So
like
earlier
a-
today, you heard Dave
this is
talk
like an
about a new
investment TED
category
Talk.
of human co-experience that spans gaming, entertainment, and social. And communication is at the heart of all of these experiences. We already have a robust communication platform on Roblox and a long history of letting people talk to their friends and others they meet. Our users send over 66 billion messages a month, today over text. But our vision is much bigger. We want communication to be very natural and very seamless. We want to redefine the idea of social to be based on doing things together, not just passively scrolling through a 2D feed. And this year, in September, we took a big step towards that vision with the launch of Voice. So our voice technology is spatial voice. It is fully integrated with the environment so that when you look at somebody, you hear them louder. You can hear who is on your left and who is on your right. If you're with a group, if you walk away from them, their voices get quieter, become a murmur, and eventually fade out altogether. Voice adds a new immersive layer to all Roblox experiences. If you're in a virtual bowling alley, it is 10 times more fun when you can chat with your friends and even trash talk a little bit. It also helps friends coordinate without using other products. So a group of friends exploring an amusement park together, or even a virtual fantasy world like World Zero, which you'll see about in this video and hear more later today from the creator Red Manta, friends can coordinate and find each other and explore together. Let's take a look. All right, eyes closed. Go, Andrea, go, Andrea. Woo! Hey, there you guys
are. I'll stay with Kelly.
Thank you, because I got lost.
Hey, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Hey, you guys are incoming.
Oh, whoa, you can actually duel? Oh my goodness. All right, you are on.
Oh, whoa, that looks cool.
Wait, I don't know what to do. I've never dueled anyone before.
Just go and find the biggest monster we can tackle.
Bro, this looks
All right, let's
so
do it.
different. Look at this. This is not
I
Roblox.
know. Should we do the world
Bro,
event?
this is like
Sure, let's go.
upgraded
All right.
Roblox. What the hell?
Awesome.
This is wild.
Voice
This is
makes all
wild.
the experiences today on Roblox much
Oh,
richer.
this is so hype.
It
We're
also
going to
opens
talk
up
a lot
new
about it. I
types
know
of
some of y'all may not like
experiences.
this, but this is great.
Imagine, instead of spending your day on a 2D video call, that businesses could use the Roblox platform to enable their employees to collaborate in 3D, hold conferences, have team building events. It's closer than you think. In October, Roblox hosted parts of our Roblox Developer Conference in voice-enabled spaces. And teams at Roblox have been using our product, our virtual offices, to hold planning meetings and brainstorms. Here's what it's like.
Many different sub-features and functionalities. So I'm wondering how we can prioritize this, right?
Yeah, well, it's good to remember that a lot of this stuff we've kind of already implemented just with the simplified API, right?
That is correct.
Programmable mute, yeah, like that's.
And all of this is available today on the Roblox platform with the pre-release version of Voice. Now, pre-release is an early version of the technology that we've opened up and allowed developers and users to opt in and try out. Let's take a look at some early results. Voice appeals to an older user base. Now, the product is limited to users age 13 and up, and during pre-release, we are asking people to verify their age using an ID. And even then, we're seeing not just 13 to 16-year-olds adopting this, but also older teens and young adults. Developer adoption has also been strong. Within only a few weeks, we've seen 20% of the top 100 experiences integrate voice and offer it to their users. Community feedback has been awesome. Here's what people are saying. Game changer. That's from Asimo, creator of the hit game Jailbreak.
That game's fun. I played it.
And Creatcraft, an influencer with millions of followers, says voice is going to be huge for the platform. And even though we're really excited, we are taking a measured and thoughtful approach to rolling this out to our community, taking a very phased approach so that we can carefully monitor safety and civility at every step. Safety and civility are core to the communication vision. It's important to us to maintain a community where everyone is welcome to participate. And so we're baking in civility from the start by giving users control. We can take a look. Already today, you can mute all of the voices in any experience or unmute them. You can see who's talking, and if you want to, you can report, mute, or block that person, or of course, unmute them as well. And these signals are important, not just for our safety and moderation team, but also for automated systems and AI systems that we're building. Furthermore, we want to use these to create feedback for people. You know, in the real world, if you say or do something out of line, you know pretty quickly by people's reactions. The standards for civility we use in the real world to control our behavior need to carry over to the metaverse and the digital world as well.
Oh, that's next year. Never mind.
So as we look to the future, we see voice becoming a part of all Roblox experiences. And we see people increasingly socializing in these kinds of spaces. Voice allows you to talk and collaborate with friends or coworkers and experience things together, no matter where they are in the world. We're building in controls so that people can control their own communication needs and building up natural enforcement of civility, similar to how we act in the real world. And finally, our voice technology is fully integrated in the scenery for realistic acoustics. So a conversation in a church will sound different than a conversation in a cozy cafe. And we're connecting it to your avatar so that your face and gestures can add nuance to your words, and you can express yourself easily, naturally, and authentically. And with that, I'm going to hand it off to Mahesh to talk about how we're bringing voice and avatars together.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, Kelly, is it fair to say that when our voices mature, all of those people out there watching us streaming now might be able to participate via Roblox?
It's absolutely right, Dave. And it might not be as far off as a lot of people think.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Thanks, Kelly. Hi, I'm Mahesh Ramasubramanian. You've heard about our avatar system. You've heard about our voice system. I'm going to share how we're bringing these two together to bring faces to life. I've worked on visual effects in movies in the past, and more recently on emotive avatars in a company I co-founded with Kiran called Loom AI, which was acquired by Roblox. Our team is busy integrating our technology, which can actually track people's faces while they're talking to bring more emotion to their avatars. Let's take a look. In this video, you're about to see
dynamic heads with their facial animation being driven live
Dog,
from video
they've beat
and voice
Facebook
inputs.
to the metaverse.
So in the future,
you
you'll
don't
be able
need
to drive
any
your
headset or
avatar
anything.
From your head movements.
Oh, they won. They won, bro. Look at this.
So what you're about to see in that video is something that is live in Roblox. And apart from the mouth movement and lip sync, look out for the live non-verbal cues that you get from facial tracking, like eye contact, facial expressions, and head nods. These are really important for a feeling of immersion and being able to effectively communicate. And now we can see the video.
Here is a sneak peek at dynamic heads with their facial animation being driven live from video and voice inputs. So in the future, you'll be able to drive your avatar from your head movements, facial expressions, and lip sync with your voice. Bye.
Nice.
Exciting. Let me take you a little bit behind the scenes. We're building our facial tracking technology to work with the real world. And the real world is hard. We have to account for a bunch of scenarios like poor lighting and busy backgrounds. Imagine a low-quality webcam in a dark room. Or off-camera poses and occlusions.
This is insane.
You'd surely want to be
Bro,
drinking
this is meta
something while
without
playing
the
Roblox.
headset. Bro,
and
this is crazy.
all the while, faithfully trying to reproduce a variety of expressions. The magic to doing this is neural networks. Neural networks that have been trained on a vast amount of data to be robust, to work under varying conditions, have a compact footprint, and be able to run efficiently so that it can be at real-time speeds on a variety of devices. We have multiple patents in this domain. One novelty in the way we have set up our pipeline is to have two separate neural networks, one for video and one for voice. From video, we get expressions, and from voice, we get mouth movement and lip sync. So imagine that you're smiling while talking. The smile will come through from video, and the talking will come through from voice. The final output of these neural networks is facial animation data. As you've seen how we roll at Roblox, Bjorn earlier mentioned the combinatorialism that you get from our avatar system. And we continue to embody the spirit. You can be whoever you want to be, and your facial animation data gets mapped onto you. Please roll this video.
FSLR getting clapped.
In this video, you will see a few expressions being simultaneously mapped to different avatar styles. Also notice how the beard, glasses, eyebrows, eyelashes, they all fit and move consistently with all the facial expressions.
The U.S. court overturns Trump move to end solar
More
trade
and
loophole.
more, your avatar
The
is going to
reinstates
represent
bifacial
you.
exemption.
The way you want to look and the way you want to move. With our avatar technology, our voice communication, and neural networks, we are bringing faces to life. Thank you.
Hey, Mahesh, one question. So when you showed those, sorry for interrupting, we'll clap at the end. When you showed those two tracks, there's a hidden thing there that you shared with me that if your face is occluded, we can still use the lip sync track to drive them up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think we want to use the best information we have available. And so if you're playing a game or in an experience and we are using your facial expressions from camera to get you to be smiling, but if you happen to lift your hand and cover your mouth while that's going on, we can still continue with the lip sync because we can hear your voice.
That's awesome.
Bro,
Okay,
this
thank you.
thing is
Excellent.
nuts.
So, I'm going to hand it over now to Dan Sturman, who's going to talk to you about the universal app which delivers all this cool technology.
Thanks, Mahesh. So again, I'm Dan Sturman. I'm the CTO of Roblox. So you just heard about amazing features we're working on two main tenets, which is identity and friends. Being able to access Roblox anywhere from any device in an immersive way is equally important. So what I'm going to take you through now is how we're aiming to fulfill that promise to be on any device. That is, how we've developed a strategy around what we call our universal app to efficiently build a great experience on an increasingly large family of devices. So how do we deliver Roblox to any device? The key is we build the Roblox app in exactly the same way a creator would build a Roblox experience. That is, we build our app in Lua on top of our own rendering engine. Let me explain a bit more what that means. So Lua, if you're not familiar, is a scripting language used in a wide variety of applications, but quite popular in the gaming industry. At Roblox, we've extended and enhanced Lua to be Luau, and that is the language all our creators use inside Roblox. In fact, Luau has gotten so popular that earlier this month, we released it as an open source project under the MIT license. So all our UIs are built in Luau, and thus able to harness the full rendering power of the Roblox engine. Now, we still need to make this work across a wide variety of platforms and operating systems. So to do that, we have a consistent but thin layer that we port each target platform. So what does it give us in the end? It gives us a really consistent user experience from a single code base. It gives us highly performant both 2D and 3D interfaces. And we live in our developers' tech stack, which means all the improvements we make in building our app go directly back to accelerating the community. Wrong way. Okay, so building out UX from a single code base. If we can move the notes back up. Oops. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay, this all started from our mobile-first push. We need an efficient way to implement the Roblox app for both Android and iOS. We then thought, hey, this worked really well for Android and iOS. Maybe we could use this for more platforms. So we did an early experiment with Xbox. We've now taken that same concept, and we are in beta with new apps for both Windows and Macintosh. So we now have the same platform running across core devices in our market. In the process, though, we've realized while a common platform accelerates feature delivery, we also need to be able to customize the look and feel for each device. So we've added the ability to extend and customize key UI elements for specific platforms while keeping the vast majority of our code common. This allows our design teams to really make a phone app feel best of breed, while at the same time providing an experience on PC that feels truly native. So for example, we expect and leverage a mouse on a PC, of course, while a phone or pad is a touch experience, and both those have to come to life within the app. A common code base also allows us to share support for different interactive modes across devices, like a gamepad. Another great advantage is all the performance enhancements we make. So for example, improvements in app rendering or for actions like resizing automatically go to all platforms. A great example of our success here is the new Connect screen, which is shown in the diagram. We built this once, and then we were able to ship it on all UA platforms at the same time. So if you could advance the notes. Oh, here we go, thank you. So our big advantage of building our own engine is we get direct access to our powerful 3D engine. If you could roll the video, you'll see this. So increasingly, we're seeing the idea that for our users, the app itself can be a mix of 2D and 3D. This is our avatar editor for layered clothing, which you saw earlier. But I want to call out, it's a fully animated, interactive 3D avatar, smooth animations at up to 60 frames per second, and we get seamless transitions while trying on virtual accessories, animations, and emotes. So why does this all work? Because we're using it exactly the same way we'd be using and manipulating avatars within an experience. As you know, one of our core values at Roblox is respect the community. Besides giving us incredible power to deliver to new platforms, our approach to Universal App pays back in innovation that directly helps our developers. So dog fooding our own tech, that is living in the same technology our community uses, has driven a number of advancements. Some examples. In Luau, the extension of Lua used across the platform, it's led to adding support for strict typing, which drives better code quality and reliability. In our rendering engine, it's led to parallel Lua execution that accelerates rendering and computation by better utilizing multi-core devices. And to support better 2D UIs, it's led to high-performing Luau frameworks with reusable components, smooth animations, responsive layouts that make building 2D UIs fast and easy. And last but not least, it's driven a large number of improvements in Roblox Studio because we're using that technology to build the app ourselves. This has led to improvements in performance, code highlighting, intelligent autocomplete, better device emulation, and more. So where are we going to take this next? I want to touch on two key areas that we're really focused on. The first is that we've known for years that 3D is much more immersive than 2D, and we're applying that to the app. So for example, being able to chat with your friends in a 3D environment, discover new experiences browsing through 3D categories, or being able to walk an avatar into an experience instead of just launching a game. What you can expect from us is that whenever 3D makes the UI easier to use and more engaging, we'll be applying the power of our Roblox engine to bring that to life. The other area, of course, is being able to target more devices. So as we look to the future, we're going to go even further with device support. A clear, obvious target for us is expanding other consoles and possibly cloud gaming platforms. Getting more adventurous, we're really thinking about smart TVs and what it means to bring Roblox into every living room. And then there's the platform that's been getting so much attention lately, virtual reality. We're exploring revamping our VR support and being ready to support AR as real devices hit the market.
See, they don't even call
as I said before,
meta.
we want to be able to
Just
deliver
think
an
about that.
incredibly immersive experience to any user, anywhere in the world, on any device. Our strategy with the Universal App is enabling us to provide better experience on more devices, more efficiently and effectively. Thank you. I'm going to turn you now over to Dave, who's going to introduce safety and civility.
Thanks, Dan. That was awesome. And just awesome. And so what we're saying here is our whole UX framework is cross-device. Of course, can you comment on the core Roblox client? Because that's amazingly cross-device as well, right? Like, we're building the exact same client on every device.
It's the exact same client on every device with those customizations I mentioned, so you get that really native feel on each of them.
Yeah, okay, awesome. Thanks again, Dan. Awesome. Okay, now we are going to bring out two members of our safety and civility team. So I want to welcome both Jeff Marr and Eliza Jacobs. They're going to share all things safety, civility, and policy. Welcome, you guys.
All right. I think we listened to a lot of it so far. I don't know if you guys want to keep listening. We can, but so far, I think we kind of Roblox is it's the one. I think they killed Facebook, bro. I'm telling you, they seem to be a lot more ahead on everything. But it is good. I mean, they're going to talk about it a little bit more. We could put it back on here. I just wanted to at least go over, again, tech is really popping. I did make a couple of plays. So we took profits on our net play. That was about 30%. And then I sold a Roblox covered call. So if you guys remember, I've been playing these puts here, and we're down on those puts. But remember, I'm trying to hedge here. But now guess what happened? I got $4,000 back on a covered call. So I agreed to sell my shares at $150 for another $50,000 in profits, and I can roll out of it. But pretty much now, if this stock ends up falling from here, I get to make money on the covered call, and then if it drops too much, we make money on the put. Otherwise, we still keep making money on the way up. So pretty good play, I think, and I think just Roblox in general, I mean, it's at the 120 range. I don't think it did break it for a little bit, so that is that was the next key level that we were waiting for. I mean, if it goes from here, it goes crazy. But Qualcomm was going nuts during all that. Lucid's still popping. Some of the other things came up. If Roblox is at 300, I could roll out of it. I mean, I really want to hold it. I'm telling you, after seeing them upgrade everything and just where they're going. You know, it seems like they're going to keep some of their younger audience with some of these changes, but then everything with like meta and just where all of that stuff is going. I mean, I think Roblox is that I'm very, very excited to be holding that stock, especially at the prices that we got it at. I mean, I'm telling you, that looks. I don't know how Facebook. It's either they're going to compete with Facebook or Facebook's they better buy them out at that point. But it's I'm very, very impressed with that. Like very, very, very impressed with that. PayPal a little bit. Watch the premiums. I mean, they're still guttered a little bit, but we'll see. Yeah, my average is below 70. I think we're in at $69 on 800 shares, and then I have another 60 on the other account. But pretty much we're sitting on just under 100K of Roblox now. But they better not sell. I mean, they'll get I mean, again, valuation-wise and just everything they said they're doing, I'm really, 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 really liking. I'm really, really liking. So I'm just shocked. I didn't. I mean, we talked about this for a long time. I mean, I've been talking about Roblox, and we've mentioned, you know, what they could do with the metaverse. But oh my goodness, I did not think they would pivot like that. They pivoted they're not even pivoting. They're just doing they're doing what they're doing, and it's just like there's no name change. There's none of that. They're literally, they don't even call it virtual reality. They're kind of, I feel like they're going to be the gateway drug into anything meta related. So I'm pretty yeah, they're doing it. I'm shocked. I just really wasn't, and I think the share price it makes sense now. I mean, the earnings was good. They have growth. And they, you know, they just really capitalized on a good earnings. All of that guidance that they just gave, what they're doing, everything, it's just like, that's it. Like, that's it. They're with it. They are with it. And then DraftKings, they bounced a little bit. I mean, I've been looking at them. I saw them at the low today. I said I would keep considering them, but nothing, you know, now they're back up. I'm still just watching them all. That's all. No trigger has been pulled yet. Starbucks. So with it being up so much, would the move be to add more? I mean, it's hard. I mean, in this case, both of our plays, like Airbnb as well too, both of the plays that we like, I mean, we stacked up on them. So if you already stacked up on it, you need to ride the wave. If you don't have any exposure at all, then you could justify getting a little bit, and then you could always average into it. But if you already have enough of it, I mean, it's not, you know, that's why I'm even waiting with some things. I mean, again, we got lucky in the sense, I mean, lucky, skill, call it whatever you want. But the fact is, you know, we built up, think about it, we threw heavy into Roblox, we threw heavy into Airbnb. So now that they've both mooned, I mean, you know, the question is now, yes, we want to have more, but it's about riding the wave at this point. I don't think it's about, you know, as much as I would want to own more, if you already built up a good position, I mean, think about it. It's like Facebook. If you had 50K, 100K of Facebook in the early days, you're not going to be disappointed with where that'll go. Same thing, again, even with like Airbnb. So what I'm saying is that it's like, I love the play. I absolutely, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I'm not going to, you know, I don't want to ever FOMO in anything. If you have no exposure, I think you could justify some. But if you're already sitting on fat gains and then you're just like, I want more, I mean, you're going to have to find the balance between, you know, what is wise and not at that point, because you don't want to get too greedy when you had months to scoop it up, and if you did, you got rewarded by it. You know what I'm saying? Sold covered calls too early. Remember, I had that bad covered call. Then we got out of it, but that's what I did here today. So you can see how I played it. I like the position. Again, you see I'm down on these puts, but who cares, because I lost. You guys see what happened. I literally lost $2,500 of puts, right? But I made $8,000 in one day off. I think I made another $4,000 or $5,000 the other day. So I made 12 grand for losing 2 grand. And then now that it's up, since these have time and could still give me some value by selling the covered call, I'm making $4,000 here at the 120 level. So now if it falls below 120 in the next 3 months, by the time these expire, anything pretty much above 95 and below 120, that's where I'm chilling. But then anywhere else I can make money. So the idea is now I waited, I pushed it out. We had all these shares. We rode it all the way up to the top. We got to play all of the options and everything else. And now by selling the cover call, Boom. If it drops, I'll still make another 4K. That'll pay for all of the puts. And then if it just keeps going crazy from here, I have another $35, which is, again, another 30, 40 grand of profit I can make. And then on top of it, if I want to keep it, I could just I could roll out of it. So we will see. But overall, Roblox, very good. I mean, shout out if you got it in the long term. I mean, I think that's an awesome hit. I mean, that's one of the plays now that, you know, we liked it, we added to it, but after seeing that Investor Day and what they're doing with it, oh my gosh, I'm very, I'm excited. I'm actually really, really excited about that one. Same thing with Airbnb too, but Roblox, I think really, you know, they have tech in it, you know, the tech level and where they could go from there. They're doing great. UUP going crazy. I would watch Bitcoin to see if the dollar's still down. But the dollar has been climbing. I mean, this is starting to trigger a warning here. TLT hasn't moved, but this is pretty much get ready for inflation expectations to move very, very crazy. Sorry, but I think you're overhyping it. Well, it's, you know, I'm at least it's reflected. You know what I'm saying? I'm now like, you know, I see it especially after that presentation. But I think it's reflected in the stock price. I mean, there's a reason why, you know, Roblox is up over 70% in the last couple weeks, and I think it, you know, I think it makes a lot of sense why now, and I think as we're getting more data, so it could be overhyped, but you know, if you've been here with the cult and you've been watching, you've been seeing us. We were excited about it at $60, so I mean, here at 120, it's just not like it's backing it up now. They're really beating Meta to the first mover. I agree. That's exactly why I'm so hyped. I'm just like, again, we watched the Facebook thing, and after watching that, I'm like, ooh, that's crazy. They like, it was a way better presentation than Meta, and they didn't have to use any buzzwords. They didn't have to do any of that. They already have a base. All of the changes that they're making are going to make it so that their younger base is probably going to stick with them for a couple more years too. So it's but again, the future growth now, that's the key that I'm really hyped on, is that we have, not only is there the current, like, we like the current model, but the future growth and where it's looking for is like, that's money right there. So it's exciting. But ladies and gentlemen, we're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on that video. You're on mobile, press high chat. X out the chat, hit the thumbs up button. Second link for the Nightly Watches and main channel. First link for the Scream Alerts Bootcamp and Real Estate course. Follow me on Instagram at The Trading Fraternity. Keep it positive and respectful. New guys, don't be too shy to say hi or too high to say shy. But we've been here for 2.5 hours. We got 4.5 hours left to go. Sitting is the new smoking. I need you to get beside your desk and do 10 push-ups. Can't do 10, you do 5. Can't do 5, you do 4. Can't do 4, do 2. Can't do 2, you do 1. Can't do 1, get on your knees, do a push-up, plank the worm, anything. But get the body moving. Then, optometrist recommendation. Stare at the object 10, 20, 30 feet away. Blink a few times. Relax those pretty little eyeballs. Blink, 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 blink. Blink, 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 blink. Oh, feels good, huh? Relax it. Relax the eyeballs. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Relax the eyeballs. How does it feel? Feel good? Feel good? Good. Relax. Now, relax the shoulders, too, okay? Drop the shoulders. Fix that nerd neck. Relax. No one's attacking you. You may be hyped up because you bought Roblox and you're like, oh, my gosh, so much tension. Well, no, relax. Just drop the shoulders. Fix the nerd neck. Relax them. Chest to the sun. Flex the core. Tuck the hips in. Boom, baby. You look good right now. You look better than Roblox. You know that? You look better than Roblox. I'd take you over Roblox. You look taller. Like, you see Roblox chart, it looks tall. I ain't gonna lie to you, but your posture, you look good right now. Like, you look really good. I'm impressed. Keep it up. Keep it up. Man, that's crazy. You look amazing. Keep it up. Legs in front of you, though. Legs should not be wrapped behind your computer chair. Some of you look like you are a fake seahorse. Why are you trying to be a seahorse, bro? Chill out. You're going to be okay. Legs in front of you, then relax the jaw. Breathe in really deep. Breathe out with the tongue. Do your dragon breath. Go. Yes. I like W. I was looking at the chart. They look decent, but the premiums are kind of high. Roblox end of day 120. I don't even care anymore. That's it. Like, I remember I even said it before the earnings. I said Roblox is a longer term company. Just what they've done with that earnings and now that investor day.
What did I miss?
I don't even give
Doesn't
a
look
shit.
like
I don't
much.
even like that. Right now, I'm just playing the game.
Lucid, that's what we missed. Holy balls.
I'm telling you, like,
Lucid
the longer
Group.
term, whether it's
Yikes.
6 months to 6 years, that's it. It's in the bag.
That's a big one.
I think so. I mean, personally, we'll find out.
Wow. That's crazy. QCOM out of control too. Unreal.
What makes you creative is what you do with it. It's where you take it. It's whether you bring your inspiration to the right place.
Come on, trade desk. All-time highs and my calls are just getting smoked. Stupid. All right, I needed to put together. I'm going to say that mediums are too big.
means there's
future holds is there's a lot that was just to unpack in the last couple of weeks with this stock. So I think it's high. I mean, most price targets are at 120 right now, or like 110. But my real question is, what is it? What does this mean for their valuation? And like again, I at this point they seem like a leader, but they have the valuation of someone who could get bought out. Again, like literally, you could double up the stock price and it would still have a lower market cap than Airbnb. So literally, Roblo could go to 234, and it would still be a $100 billion company. So that's why I was saying, like, Facebook at this point, I really would not be surprised for them to become a buyout candidate of like Facebook or something. Qualcomm's hitting a high again.
Unreal.
Biden tells China president that the U.S. does not back Taiwanese independence. That's someone said in the chat that's because of the treaties. That would make sense. Dollar rips. Usually it should make oil go down and certain commodities get affected, but usually on the days when it's really strong, it's usually something going on with another currency. So in this case, it is what's it called? It's the franc and the euro. AMC's up 3.6. They're doing good. Baidu, did the premiums come up? I thought they were down. I think the Babas came up. No, they're back to negative. I think I'm down on the Baidus, yeah. Down 7%, but still a good day. Again, we got carried by Roblo again, and then we took $200 net profit on net. Then another 150. It says 140, but I'm pretty sure it was 160 on Uber. Then we have everything else working, Habibi. Everything else working. The K-Webs are break even. Baba break even practically. We had gains on those. That's it. NVIDIA, Chicle. Qualcomm's still at the high again. Yeah, NVIDIA is selling off there. Very, very surprising. Baba's holding up. A little bit of volume. SPY just chilling out. Everything's up about 0.5%, a little higher. Going up as funds are moving money to buy China names, leading to dollar liquidity. It could. There's a lot, but again, right now, the thing that's making it so difficult is all of the inflation expectations. So what's going on? That's why the bonds and the tapering and what people are talking about, that is part of it, but a lot of money is going to China in the last couple days. The Roblox thing, it might be back on. I don't know if you guys want to keep listening. I just felt like we listened to it for a really long time, and like I'm just getting hyped off of it. Like there's so many things to talk about within it. I could go on for days with that. I'm telling you, I feel like a proud father. They did good. I think it is still on though. No, it's off. It's over.
That define what isn't allowed for any.
Oh yeah, we left at the right time. Nah, it was just the final like platform civility thing. So we left. They were just gonna talk about how they're gonna keep people safe and all of that, or like the kids, because that is a big risk for them. Like I like a lot of the voice stuff and I like what they're doing with it, but I am like that is a kind of a concern. Like you're gonna have kids talking. That's the biggest. They have a lot of liability when it comes to safety of the younger generation there, because that is their audience. Yeah, Lucid's going and the premiums finally came up. And then watching the video, that one could be interesting. Qualcomm is still going. What kind of computer? I have a custom build, but it has a thread ripper, so I rip threads. But yeah, the parental controls, that'll be key there. But again, everything, man. I hope you guys are excited. I mean, if you've been a long-term Roblo holder, I really hope you are. Like, I mean, I really hope this solidifies your commitment to hold it. I mean, if you don't have it yet, I'm not talking to you. You're going to have to decide. You could be patient and all that. But if you have been a long-term holder, I really hope that, like this is, I'm very excited. I'm telling you, everything. There's the work stuff. This is stuff I talked about back in the day. Remember when I first brought up the metaverse with Roblox, but I'm telling you, the way they did it, they're updating the damn graphics on Roblo. Like, that's huge. The avatars, all of that. It may seem little to some of you guys. You're like, Josh, what's wrong with you? but it's actually huge. I mean, I feel like we got a good name. I feel like we got a good name to be holding there. I didn't have the same conviction. Roblox, never used and barely heard of it, so I don't have any. Yeah, I mean, I never played it in the beginning. I mean, I like what I saw when it first IPO'd and we did that play, and I had an idea, but this blew my expectations. I didn't think they would take it this far. I love video games. That's good. OPAD, we looked at it. Roblox is metaverse, not Facebook, so they're the first mover now. Pretty much. Shout out East Brickton, baby. You random pop. That was a runner the other day. Again, I really like ServiceNow. I wanted to take the 30%, or not ServiceNow, Net, excuse me. I just wanted to take the 30% because I stood on it for a little bit. But I really like where they're at here. They could go nuts. Some cross-platform meta action, I'm sure. I've not played Halo. I think I might, at least this weekend. I'll try today if I have time. But people said the new Halo's out. I know a lot of Colt people are on there. We'll get the Colt in there. Roblox. See, the cover call, I think I could have got a better fill. I'm actually not even up on the cover call, surprisingly. I thought they were decent. Dollar strong like bull, but SPY is ripping with it. And then bonds have came back down here. It's actually pretty interesting. The bonds are not moving and not enough to panic. I think this is why we chilled out. But the dollar going up is very key. I mean, see if it keeps breaking out, but it is still at a high level. It's pretty big. Net getting some volume. Qualcomm was the big leader. NVIDIA was dropping. Roblo has been the story of the day. SPY, is that a new 52-week high? Or new all-time high? I think we're approaching it. Yeah, you're really at all-time highs. You're at 470 on the SPY.
Jesus. Crazy, man.
Merck should come out by the end of the month. And again, there was the Pfizer generic news, which kind of clapped today. But I think they did good. I'm surprised those plays are down 30 still. Playboy, that was Troy's play yesterday. They're up 27. They're killing it. You're saying Playboy might gamma squeeze. Big volume. It looks like they did good on the earnings. Yeah, Lucid still breaking highs. Overstock. I really like the Lucid. I didn't think they'd move like that. I wanted the premiums to die down a little bit because they were cheaper. Lucid just had a ran there as the whole market was going. I'm going to wait, though. I think there's going to be a good opportunity for Lucid just with how the premiums are. Those premiums are volatile. When they do come down, I think it'll be great. $42 covered calls, made 100, but damn, missed out. You can't roll over on them? How far from earnings do you play the hype? Sometimes I'll do the day before, and then other times I'll do it like a week or two. We did a wide variety this last month or two. And then I found out Baidu reports tomorrow morning, so I have that play. If I end up holding that Baidu, I'm going to have to play the earnings. So keep that in mind if you have that play. I thought the earnings were after hours, but it's pre-market tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I still have the Walmart cars. Those are down 50% since the earnings sell-off. Target's killing it. I like him. I mean, I thought Walmart would have done a little better, but Walmart had good earnings. Target's just riding off of it, and they already ran up. Roll your covered calls. If you don't want to sell it, then yeah. So like I sold covered calls on Roblo. If Roblo does go to 155 and it does it quick, I'm probably going to roll over to a higher price and keep it. I think it's too late to get on Baba. The Babas are the same place. I mean, Baba you have till Thursday, and then whatever happens with Baidu earnings tomorrow, Baba's either going to get a push or not. The plays are still the same price I bought them at. and the K-Webs. They were up 15%, but they had that little sell-off today. And then the Baidus are still down, but we'll see. But again, however Baidu reports in the morning tomorrow, that's gonna have everything else. That's gonna affect Baidu, or excuse me, Baba. Uber pop. Oh, Uber is popping. Uber is popping. Good call out. Check news on Uber.
Let's move on eBay.
Which ones did I get? I had the Decembers. No, I did January's. They're going up there. Call sweep on Friday. Yeah, Uber, CNBCs. It'd be back to the same price. I still have the other January place. We flipped out today. The premiums are pretty much the same price as yesterday. I already flipped out of the Januaries. I just took the whatever $200 I got on it. It was like 20-30%. Roblo's coming down. We're up 70 on that. Covered calls have not made profit. The puts are clapped. Net, Uber, Alibaba. Baba is just simply break even. Baidu pre-earnings play. We'll see how that one plays out. BNTX. Yeah, Baba earnings is on Thursday. Build butter, huh? How do you mean build butter? Build it. For the inflammable. Huh? I'll get it. Whatever. Where's the... Yeah. Thoughts on Rivian puts? I feel like they're going to be expensive first day, but you never know. You never know. Charge point, Josh Brown. Target, another high. Charge point, CNBC mention. Nigerian too. I was going to look up. There's charge point. What about Blink from yesterday? That came down 8%. They still look hot. What was the other one? EVgo. That's still down another 5%. Then Lucid's ripping up again. Lucid is on the high. Nigerian sold Rivian. That was a nice 2-day move. But Rivian's insane. They at least did the IPO good. They weren't as greedy, and it led the... At least it didn't dump the stock immediately. Remember that nice put sell we missed on Rivian like a few days? Could be good. Oh, yeah, I do remember you're talking about. Remember but that was like early in the morning. That one was like the first day of Roblo's earning. I remember that, though. I've never played Riot or Mara. I've only played Riot back in the day when there wasn't Bitcoin plays in the market. The only way to play Bitcoin was playing it through Riot, but I've actually never been a big fan of those companies as like a crypto play. I've always just thought they were kind of skeptical. They did move a lot, but I would just always say just buy Bitcoin or Ethereum. Rivian doing better than Coinbase. Well played. It really is off the first day. I think they learned. It wasn't a direct listing, and then they didn't dump. I think the market makers or the underwriters, they literally just they guided it little by little. Any supply that wasn't sold, they didn't rush it out to the market, and they let the demand come in. Yeah, users report Spotify down detector. Wealthfront said to draw interest from banks and SPACs. They said to explore sale at $1.5 billion valuation. It's not publicly traded. So the economy doesn't equal the stock market? No. but they do go hand in hand. There's a lot of future implications tied into both. My name on IG, it's at the Trading Fraternity. You can follow me, say hello. You know, don't be shy. Don't be shy. We love you. Slow day? Kind of, not really. There was a lot. I mean, I'm just blown away with Roblox, and that carried us home today. But we did make some good day trades. I mean, we flipped out of Uber right off the morning, 30%, couple $100. Swing trade from Friday, net, another $200. We got out of Clorox for a gain. So this was a play that we were down on, so we got to walk away with a profit. Oh, it's beautiful. And then we had the Baidu plays that we're waiting for. They have earnings tomorrow, and then still riding out the other Babas. PayPal had a pop, but the premium still clapped. There's a lot of good plays. We called out the Qualcomm early, but we didn't jump on it. And then there's another one that actually had a mover today. There was
nice move on Peloton.
It got pretty.
Hell yeah.
Tech stocks picked up, and then again in the middle of it, Roblox. Again, it just, that thing has been putting in work. Watch Roblo climb again. It's gonna do its thing. I mean, I'm over it now. But again, you guys will get. I think it could keep going. I mean, I think we're in a good position now. I think long term solidified. We've covered, called, and we have the downside. I mean, it's already at this level. It's just gonna go insane. So I like it. Sorry if I do keep talking about it. This will be one of very few instances you'll actually see me get really, really excited about something, because I really think it is exciting. The presentation, I don't think so. I think it's over. Lucia going bonkers. Snapchat down. They gave up some of the gains from yesterday. Euro USD. Supply and demand better. Anything that happens over there. It is exciting. I like the energy. I hope so. I mean, unfortunately, I know some people have seen us trade Roblox for a long time. I know some people may have missed it. Some people just hate on it in general. I don't like to keep repeating the same thing, but I'm like, yo, like I actually believe in that. I already believed in it enough to throw in the amount I did, but even more so now. I mean, like, I'm surprised. I just genuinely think it's like, it like got me. Oh no, like Snapchat is down. Oh, I thought you said your shares. I was like, yeah, they dropped today, but user Snapchat. So Snapchat and Spotify are down. Playboy Gaz, I know that was a killer play. You were saying that one yesterday. You're like, I'm gonna go with the Playboy for earnings. I'm going with Playboy. K-Web, Lucid still climbing. Target's still on the high. I think if Baba and Baidu come up, we'll be good. Again, I like the swings we made. We got to take some profits here. So make sure you are diligent with that. Doesn't they do AI servers? They do something like it, but that Roblox presentation was different. I'm telling you, what they're like keeping the game the same, and they're changing. I don't want to keep talking about it. I just I will get too excited. I mean, you may get a weekend video. You may hear me talk about it. I mean, I'm just gonna think about this one quietly in my room. It sucks because I'm really excited about the future with it, but then it's like, damn, we're gonna still have to wait a long time. So don't put the cart before the horse. But it's fire. It's fire. It's fire. GGPI, Lucid's going up. Baba's kind of picking up there. Spies is hanging out at the top. Yeah, GGPI. Big pop. I'm going to get a carbo.
eBay!
Activision, Microsoft, Hot.
Peloton!
No, the pop I just made was because of GGPI. Isn't that Star or whatever? Star, what's it called? Polestar? Activision moving to increase diversity. Why does it feel like they just hired the weirdest people? And why did it like, I feel like the world just found out. They're like, yo, when did all of these like video game nerds become so like, when they become such horn dogs? Like, why does it feel like Activision was ran by Wolf of Wall Street? I don't get it. Why are they like, yo, man, they got all of these beep. They're like, yo, we were turning up in the office. You know what I'm saying, bro? The CEO, like, what? Is it Call of Duty? Y'all for real? Like, that's crazy. Yeah, but like, where did it like super frat boy vibes? I feel, but like, these are nerds. Like, I get it. If it was like, I don't know, I feel like Yeti, the coolers or something, like I would expect it out of them or something. You know what I'm saying? They all like camp and like drink beers and like, yeah. And you're like, what's up, girl? Whoa! But then like Activision, I don't get it. Like it just doesn't, like that one got me by surprise. I think that's why all the workers were so offended. They're like, wait a minute. I came here to make video games. Why am I shotgunning a beer right now? What the hell is this? Why is this 80-year-old who's prestiged 80 times trying to hit on me right now? This is awkward.
Ooh, rolled into a smaller call.
Pent-up demand.
What's smaller?
That could answer that.
Just the less expensive call? Look at Peloton rip, bro. That 57's freaking ripping. Dude, don't get in Lucid. Leave Lucid the fuck alone. It's too late.
Be careful though. Premiums are going to
It's too late, man.
Again, that's earnings.
Like he's saying.
And strong retail sales, but yeah, bigger pop there and big volume right at the candle.
Because the premiums are ridiculous.
Again, or towards where we opened at. CRM, Uber, all final.
You know what we missed? I don't know if you could. I don't know if it's still worth getting into. QCOM. Maybe QCOM's a good swing. I mean, I looked at buying it earlier this morning, 175s, and I was like, and I went with this damn trade desk only because when I really looked at it, the daily, QCOM's like so freaking checked out. But honestly, trade desk is too. But I don't know, man. I went with trade desk over QCOM because it seemed to be less volatile, and I regret it. Because damn it, man, that thing would have printed so damn hard. So damn hard. But that Peloton one's ripping. I'm gonna sign off here and probably make some other content here soon. But I just need my ability to access my camera and shoot. I'm going to shoot some product videos here, some affiliate marketing stuff. Try my hands at that. Was that the short link? I don't know. Doesn't seem very short. Okay. eBay, no. QCOM ripped. I didn't look at snow. I saw it in a couple other plays, but at 400. QCOM, man, Jesus, that thing moved. That thing freaking moved, Jeff. Did you get in any of those plays? I was curious if you had ended up getting into any of that. I'll have a day trade tomorrow, so I'm going to look forward to doing something tomorrow for sure. Damn, doesn't that suck? We're just not paying attention. I mean, look at Peloton, man. Look at that freaking call out, up 28%. That's crazy. It was up 50%. I think tomorrow it probably will be. I think this eBay will play out just fine too, honestly. It made a nice big old flag here for a breakout. TTD, I think it'll make a big move. Lucid, I think, is going to create some bag holders. I see that thing just falling. Roblox will probably sustain it. I think Roblox will sustain it based off of the trajectory of the business. Ooh, SPY double top, huh? How's that working out? Right now, some bitches at 470 all-time high. On a damn Tuesday. You know? Like, what the fuck? SPY is just rocket shipping. Bro, it's, you know, this is honestly, I feel like on a day like today, when people who hold equity in SPY start seeing all of the call volume come in, or I say rather all the put volume come in, I think they just load up. I think they just load it up and burn that premium, especially for ones that expire like tomorrow. Those short-term puts. I think they do that. I think they just burn that premium up. Because the obvious play is it's too high. That's the obvious play. is it's overbought. The RSI is too high. You know, like why is it rocketing? You just signed this $1 trillion debt deal. It seems like a easy grab to me for them to just come back and smash us, but we've seen days like this where it just kept going. So who knows? Who freaking knows? I need some good topics to do on my show here. I'm going to create these affiliate marketing links. Damn, SPY is just ripping. Peloton too, man. For real. Oh, very nice. Yeah, that's what I needed. Freaking Peloton. All right, guys, I'm going to check out for a little bit. I will be back. Jeff, do not lose all your money buying puts. Do not lose all your money, buddy, because that bitch is running. Freaking running. But I'm going to check back with you guys here in a little bit. I'm going to check out for now. I got a couple videos I want to make and post to the channel, and then I'll be back probably for market close.